lighting up the dark, but there's nothing I can do. I can never get to you, so I'm looking for a miracle. Like it's somebody be so beautiful, yeah. It's only a dream, it's how I feel, that you deserve better than me.
What is up, chat? Hey, the lows, get the lows. What is up? What is up? What a beautiful day. कैसे सब लोग? ज़्यादा सोया लगता है नहीं? भाई सोने तो जल्दी गया था, लेकिन जल्दी नहीं सो पाया. It's just one of those things. Finally भाई तुम लोग को जर्सी देख के लगा तो रहेगा कि कौन जीतेगा, लेकिन लेट इट मेक इट क्लियर. PRX 3-0 मेरे हिसाब से. PRX 3-0. यप DRX जीतेगी ना. जिसको भी ये लगता है प्लीज़ डिसअपॉइंटमेंट फेस करने वाले तुम लोग, तो स्ट्रीम बाद में देख लेना सीधा. 3-0 है. बेस्ट ऑफ 5 है नहीं, बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है. एक मैप एक्स्ट्रा खेलने वाले हैं शो मैच जी से. लोअर फाइनल है क्या? लोअर फाइनल नहीं है, लोअर क्वार्टर फाइनल्स है, सेमीफाइनल. लोअर फाइनल्स नहीं है, बेसिकली नहीं है. पोल डालो. Who will win? Obviously PRX dude 3-0. DRX 1-3. ठीक है. डाल दिया पोल, डाल दिया. चुबा तो नहीं ना? बहुत जोर से डाला है पोल. सोया नहीं क्या? सोया ना भाई. हेलो, शो मैच हो गया? अरे नहीं रे बाबा, यू गाइस आर टेकिंग द थिंग्स लिटिल टू सीरियसली. BRX लगाओ. कहाँ से म्यूजिक बोलते हैं. आर यू रेडी? मैं बह रहा हूं, आ रहा. जो आ रहा हो बार.
DRX.
नया नहीं, मैं इसके बाद नाने वाला हूँ. शूट है मेरा.
Once again, PRX taking on DRX. Only
Ads
one
बंद कर
will
दे, ads
survive
बंद
this
रहता मेरे
series. Will it be DRX? As we saw last week, DRX are evolving and adapting and looking to be one step ahead of all the teams in Pacific. But are they one step ahead of PRX? Can last year's Kickoff champions claim their trophy once again?
Yeah, we'd love to see them go to an international event. They've had so many trials and tribulations to deal with the last-minute roster change, but they are always a team that performs better than the sum of their parts, and particularly when they make it to the international events, they are always doing damage, so we want to see them at Santiago one way or another.
Yeah, no two ways about it. This is a team with a lot of potential. Hyunmin's holding the wingman really there, so Shannon the power.
Oh yeah, he knows that that's a good luck charm for him, so he's brought it in. But of course, they are taking on PRX. Will PRX take us up and down the PRX roller coaster of emotions once again? Give their coaches and staff all the anxiety in the world to win this match and eventually return to the global stage. That's what everyone's hoping. But can they do it?
Yeah, I mean, this is a roster steeped in expectation. We know them to be one of their very best in Pacific. Bringing in Indy for this kickoff for this year, expectations were at an all-time high. They found themselves though down here in the lower bracket, on the brink of elimination. elimination, having to put yet another lower bracket run together if they want to make it to Masters.
They really want this revenge match against DRX as well, or it will be the same story as Champs. You do not want to get knocked out of the tournament by DRX before you reach your goal 2 times in a row.
Absolutely. Both of these teams know each other so well. At this point, they've taken on each other numerous times.
That is the main question.
And now, with new additions to their roster, they're hoping that these slightly different flavors are going to give them an edge going into this series.
Yeah, absolutely. We take a look again at this veto. I predicted PRX, and I love this veto for them. I feel like they've targeted the maps. They've managed to do quite well to get both Haven and Corrode in my mind, where we saw DRX make these changes, bringing the Breach out on Haven, the KO out on Corrode. I feel like they're going to look to hope DRX play them again and have those counters ready.
See, I feel completely opposite. I'm feeling good about DRX in this veto in particular. I'm kind of questioning why PRX haven't brought up the Haven earlier when it was only banned against them once by T1 when they've had such success in the offseason. Why haven't they been confident enough to pull this out against somebody else? This is a map where DRX, starting out on the attacking side, they are choosing to play into the strong side of PRX, and that tells me that they are confident in their attack with the double initiator, and they have a good game plan for PRX.
शायद एक या 2 राउंड्स अगर अपन टेक्निकली देखा जाए तो टेक्निकली देखा जाए तो शायद एक या 2 राउंड्स वो लोग जीत सकते हैं.
We really don't know because both these teams have proven to be very flexible, showing a variety of styles already at kickoff. So it makes the prep work for both of these coaching staffs very difficult, but it makes Haven very interesting for us.
Yeah, for sure. Are we seeing yes, we are. We're seeing the Teo Breach on the side of DRX, and we're seeing that Yoru, Phoenix, and the Chamber on the side of PRX, just like we saw in the offseason.
Yeah, this is exactly what we've seen from them in that offseason. We've seen Jing on this Phoenix last week. I kind of love this pick. Divide back on that Chamber.
DRX this to me feels quintessential PRX,
and that's what I want to see from
this first half is going to be very important. In both of the off-season games, PRX dominated on the defensive side and then only needed to win pistol bonus to win the other the other half rather. Whereas you see DRX's game against Zeta, they had a nice attacking side. Despite playing single duelist double initiator, their attack was much better, quite similar to what we saw Corrode against.
Yep. Which way is the momentum going to swing as we step into our first map of the day? We are stepping into Haven, over to Quack and Komodo.
Lose. Chaddi lose होती है वो. I will lose.
This is Komodo, and we are kicking things off with the RX Derby, of course. Any thoughts so far on the competition?
थोड़ा DRX strong है. मजाक से हटता. Tom strong है.
Thoughts? Yeah, thoughts. No, I mean, like, it's fine. If you're coming in towards this elimination match and you're changing a lot of things, you're always going to be taking a risk. And I think we're starting to see a little bit of a new style for DRX that is good for them. So you kind of got to stick with your guns going into this. Because for those that might just be joining us right now, this is an elimination game, but it's also not like you go straight into that best of 5 qualification next. You got to wait for the next series as well. The loser of T1 and DFM will play the winner of this series. So it really is a bit of a lower bracket run for these two teams. And for PRX, they've been in these lower bracket runs before, right? They started off in that lower seed, they ended up winning Toronto. But DRX, can they upset PRX in that sort of run again? This is the 2025 Kickoff winners as well. Don't forget, like, they're a trophy winner themselves, DRX. They want to get back to this international stage as well. I think this video is going to be sick. If anyone was watching the offseason as well, you might already recognize that it's a very small change to PRX's comp, actually. It was the Astra for Forsaken that was being run. So there's a slight change, which I actually think leads into a little bit more pace with the Omen for them right now. But also just more awareness to be with the team. So I think that's going to be very interesting as well to see what is slightly adapted in towards this one. And for the pistol, it's going to be very important from what we've seen, but the gun rounds for me is really meat and potatoes in this series.
That's what we all want to look out for. We're kicking things off for now. DRX on the attack, just hovering around grass, but already PRX itching for the gunfight. Look at Devi with the Headhunter.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got Teo slotted in towards C-Long at the moment, so for freeing only the one Salvo and the Sheriff, we're going to have to see what he's actually do.
PRX क्या push करते जा रहे बे?
Finds first frag on a Hermes, and it's just
कहाँ पे जा रहे हैं लोग?
Yeah, they're all pushing up actually, all the way through window as well. Envy feels the extra confidence with the reinforcements coming through to continue pushing past, but unfortunately Jing goes down just by a bit. Forsaken now going for the pinch, and that leaves Mako stranded. Really,
Yep. Not a lot of utility for anyone to be using right now. It's just gunshots ablaze. Everyone looking for him, and they're very individual at the moment, aren't they, as well? Unfortunately, Marco getting taken down. That is an unorthodox pistol, but PRX really taking the fight to DRX to start things off. We'll keep it mellow.
It's just me or आपका face swollen है.
Yeah, it's quite... No, it's hella exciting. I mean, I don't know. Marco dying at the end with a whole round playing out this way and be pushing all the way up. It's tough. It's unexpected. DRX tends to go for this really sort of, I guess, passive reactionary style on the attacking side sometimes. So I guess they do get surprised somewhat. Marco did win the skirmish, though, so I was expecting a little bit more, but we'll see.
I mean, skirmish is skirmish. I think at the end of the day, regardless of the way that one went, this veto would be, you're feeling pretty okay about it. For me as well, I kind of am thinking about even this A-orb for someone like Jing, right? On the Phoenix, a low ult count, how much are you going to be able to get away with getting that orb for free? When you've got the breach Teo, you know, you can be stunning him off the line, you can be early salvoing him off the line, denying the chance to run it back to really keep on going.
Plant to mil jayega.
Though, Bane, see you later. Actually, you've got all the C territory right now for PRX as well. You know this is now ending at A.
Just waiting for DRX to make the move. So it's initial salvos and everything for now, but PRX already close to the site. Instant shot from Jing. And the rest of it to follow through with the Fade utility coming through slowly but surely. Flashes going in as well, and DRX are pretty much backed into the corner, but Free will still be able to take down one at the very least until the entire site gets surrounded. So defuse pretty clean anti-eco from PRX.
Plant's not too bad for DRX to go in towards their first buy round as well right now. So we'll see what their first attacking installment will look like and how structured they are going to be in this series as well, right? We've seen DRX be playing this map of Haven against Ada Division. Highlighting as well, right? You feel pretty confident coming out of that series when you have some comp changes coming through and everything's kind of going your way on the attacking side. A slight hiccup in this map right now for DRX's side, dropping the pistol, dropping a second, but as I said with the plant, we'll see how potent this buy will be for them when you do consider that PRX do have the runner back. That's why I was mentioning that earlier on, such a cheap ult to be able to get out to have potential mass impact.
Especially on retakes or just info gathering if you do so choose.
DRX DRX
angling towards a split.
Something again up through C. See the last round, see this round, all of the information that you want for PRX to come towards this A side.
Yeah, just hearing all the information going through. So something we'll be able to TPO cross over to the team. Envy, though, kind of pinned down for now. He's still looking for a couple of shots from the Sheriff still. Jig does arrive just in time to do enough damage. Everyone will be waterfalling through from the top of the window now, and that's exactly where PRX managed to strike back, picking up the bonus.
Yeah, flooding in towards the site before the plant can even be established. That's just the power that something on this Yoru is going to be presenting on this map for us right now. And again, for something who has had a very shaky kickoff as well, right? Our star starter player of the 2025 season is in the middle of the pack, essentially, when it comes to players in Pacific this time around. So we're trying to see, you know, comfort levels and really shot levels at the end of the day to come out from him. So if he's able to be having the impact, finding all the information right now on this Yoru, getting dirty in the kills as well, that's going to be mass confidence coming forward towards PRX in this best of 3. And now we'll get to see the big state of Valorant. When you find that bonus, how much do you snowball with on this defensive side?
Yeah, because technically you should be snowballing so much.
I mean, it's I'll call it a broken state of affairs of Valorant at the moment that we probably maybe need to see some changes coming in a little bit later on. Right now, though, plant for DRX, they've got in towards this A site yet again, and it's just going to be a 5v5.
All the way in through his site. But of course, you do have that duelist coming through. Instant curveball into the site, able to react all around. Even into the corners, Bane not able to take himself out. It's just Marco with the Sheriff. Perhaps looking for pot shots through the smoke now. Another to his name. Set himself up. Another sort of one-way. Wild TP, though. Punished for that.
It's an attempt at the end of the day, but Devi's watching that from up above. Just a firing slow going towards him.
8-0 lead पे थे, बाद में PRX ने throw किया नहीं.
4-0 for PRX. Not needing too much coach intervention just yet, you would say, unless the next gun round that you do have spirals out of control. Because if PRX are going to be, as we know PRX are, happy to take the gunfights, and all 5 members on this stage right now are feeling sharp, and everything's flowing, they are going to continue to float on that stream and continue to take these fights. So it's going to be really important for DRX right now to have some impact come this round.
They're gonna smoke. Ready? They smoke ready. Ready? Flash TP. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Flash. Ready also.
That's some good coordination for.
यार हम लोग को भी ऐसा comms करना चाहिए बे.
As I mentioned as well, early salvos, for example, to off-put Jing's chances of getting the orbs. It'll keep some interest from PRX over at that A side as well, because they are playing the technical 1-1-3 at the moment. It's just something who's the closest to C, but it's an unstable situation for him to get in too early. So once more, it's going to be a 5v5 retake. Divide with the operator in hand as well. Keep a potential eye on that.
Language.
Pretty good call coming through from DRX, especially Hermes hearing all the footsteps
they are not even looking towards the spawn at the moment. This is not in PRX's mindscape whatsoever.
This could be 2 big kills, instant numbers advantage for DRX.
Unless it takes too long.
Yeah, a little bit of time for now, but still able to hold around the edge of the smoke, around C-Link for now. And there goes the kill. It's not the 2 that we were thinking of. Jing is still alive. However, it's now instantly a 2v5. PRX
I think ये देख के फिर base clear करेंगे लोग.
The best I can hope for is this kill against Hermes and then a save. Hunting down Hermes right now, but look at how he backtracks all the way into spawn.
Doesn't even get that kill, unfortunately.
2 randoms.
Divide will hold the operator in
You
towards the next round. I'm not exactly sure if he did take a pot shot with that one at the tail end, escape for the same call, so it might be, you know, not noted that it's going to be in possession, but with the awaiting reply, you just assume that there's going to be an operator in play anyways for Divide. We'll see how impactful he's going to be with this weapon as well, because you know, we only generally see him opt for it when
I think I should do live stream also.
We'll call him agents outside.
This is kind of like pre-recorded.
So but it's cool to see change-ups if it's going to work for PRX. It's the same established start of utility over at A-Long. The same flash combo to come out from PRX. The same scaling. Send something over towards the C site where this time it's not going to be absence. The operator and Divide already on the line as Envy grabs a orb. There's a Nightfall available for this B potential retake again.
Yeah, still quick take from DRX though. We'll see how they can possibly respond or anticipate some of these ultimates so far. Nightfall getting sent through. A blaze wall into sight as well.
Oh, you're going to have to just take these fights at the moment and find them convincingly for PRX. There's the Rolling Thunder for Bane if he needs as well, but so far so good for DRX finding all of these kills.
Evaded the Nightfall, stepped back into the fights as well. It's a tough one for PRX. 2 players alive, and they still want to hold on to the op as well. So trying to hang back, but Freeing does manage to hold the right angle against Divide.
Yeah, it feels very comfortable again for Freeing in my sort of picture of him right now, and this Teo is back on play. I always just feel like you associate an agent with a player, and for me it's Freeing on this Teo when we throw it back towards his introduction to Valorant last year.
Live chat का reply देख के pre-recorded.
I'm sort of kind of meandering on this for DRX as well, right? Because this composition can be very telegraphed when you drop that breach utility, when you drop in that Teo utility, you're generally
trying to being such a great streamer, I only watch you. तभी ये Euro कहीं देखा हुआ नहीं लगता.
So the fact that DRX are kind of able to get in towards these sites over at A, over towards B, over towards C, get these plants down, and unless PRX are already there to take the fight, they're going to have to either decide to flood retake early or quick retake after plant, and not really being able to do so too much now, you would assume for DRX in the 2 rounds that they've gathered. Will this be a change though, over towards C? Nah, not really. Immediate decapitation.
No, sir. This is not even parliamentary procedure. This is just DRX going in, especially in PRX. Don't quite have the guns. Except for Divide, though. Off the back site. And steps away, eats paranoia, but still tucked into the smokes. Looks for the right opportunity to possibly thwart the spike plant. Managed to take down Mako as well. Still has ammo to go for a little bit more.
They haven't planted just yet. They know the retreat from Freeing has gone through the garage. He popped that trademark as well. But a 1 versus 2. Freeing does have a drone and the Armageddon available with crosshair placement that you would assume has to be superior right now, because Divide showcase that in this round. Mate, he's got a 4K. Divide is looking for the ace.
Yeah, it's on a heater for sure. Could even potentially play for
ये
pain
आवाज सुन
around
के रिवर्स भाग
50.
गया ना मजा आ
Freeing
जाएगा
though. Into the right
आवाज
spot.
नहीं आया बे अरे
Divide could
बाप रे
do so heads up
ये
duel, but
क्या
it's not
ये?
gonna happen. Elevated angles.
हेलो
Shot the torso as well. PRX with an ace will go up to 5 rounds.
I believe that's the 11th ace coming through in Pacific at this kickoff so far. So well done, Divide, being able to pick up that one on the chamber because, you know, for me, the chamber is all about being able to tap heads and shoot your opponents on this Sentinel line, and well, he's just been able to do that. So well done for the Predator ace coming Divide's way. And around back towards PRX, where you think maybe DRX with a 2-player opener, by the way, a 3 versus 5 for PRX, be able to establish a plant, defend it. Unlucky for DRX. Because it's also funny that PRX win that 3 versus 5 for me, because they're the team that normally has those 5 versus 3 advantages and drops them. So over to their own medicine, throw the way to DRX in this one.
Well, we love
कोई कभी भी राउंड जीत
half
सकता
five
है
for PRX as well. But moving on, do have the headhunter, the tour de force being pulled out.
there is Binks उनके साथ ADX2 खेलो तो कहते शादी के लिए अप्रोच करो क्या पता मान जाए जोड़ी अच्छी लगेगी सोचते इस बारे में शॉट बे सोचते इस बारे में सोचते दे बटन
Yeah, do they use the Armageddon to get in towards the site or not? Envy stuck between a rock and a hard place and a retrieval mission. Now they're going to put him 6 feet under. 3 versus 4 with a lot of this utility being invested early on for DRX to try and get this win. On the tail wall right now, but it's the tour de force from Divide that he can't pepper and finish off Bane. Another situation where PRX are here before the plant can go down, and they're just taking the fight, trying to off-put DRX, but now when the dust settles, it's Jing.
Yeah, losing some
अच्छा blend दिया था
the
बे full blend था वो
so 1v2 now. They know exactly where he is or where he could show up from. So the cage comes down, makes it a little bit more difficult. He's out of utility as well. Just has to come down. And how he slices the pie. Unfortunately, neglects to check graffiti. So Hyunmin will be the one to take the round for DRX.
If Jin got that kill, got one of them in the 1 versus 2, he has the ult, the runner back, and it would have given him another life to try and make that retake happen.
उसका लगा नहीं कि शॉट वरना फाइट ले
play
लेता
for DRX over towards the beginnings of A and then turning up the pace with the trades coming out from Hyunmin, getting in, getting out, and 2 heavy ults invested in this round as well. Not in tandem either, by the way. 2 different lines of sight coming out from the Waylay ult and the Teo ult. But they do manage to get in towards the site and hold it as well.
लोग एंगल भी चेक नहीं कर सकते उधर तक एंगल लेना पड़ता है तो अगर राइट चेक किया तो उधर को लेफ्ट से पड़ सकता है लेफ्ट में बंदा है
Still similar-ish approaches though, different players coming down on A long for now.
Yeah, spotting out the further information from the Prowler as well.
Oh shit.
Be worth it for Hermes to try and draw a lot of attention towards this spot. Make him think that they're still hanging around. It's risky business though to hang around the cage when it drops in the open against an operator perhaps though. As Divide will find him in that very moment.
Bomb के साथ देख रहा नमस्ते नमस्ते आंटी जी वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम
so many resources to try to get the spike in but then you get stalled by the run it back. Hyunmin will stand
hello
send it back but
पढ़ लो चैट पढ़ा
unfortunately you lost all initiative now.
Shot.
That's where all the angles start to get held by PRX, especially the operator still coming through. It's another shot for Divide. And PRX will move up to a 6th.
It looks a little bit one-dimensional in that sort of position for DRX as well, right? They get pushed off being able to do anything over at A. They're not up through C with any sort of space gains just yet. So where else are they going to be able to go? Well, it's the B side for its garage. You're happy as Larry holding that one as PRX with a judging garage because there's no drone action coming through from DRX at that moment. They're kind of dry waltz in towards the B side at that point in time because they've already lost a couple of key members. Again, this Breach Teo comp, it has some power, but it has some falterings as well. You're not able to have that initial set of utility gain advantage.
जीत गया अभी ये मैप तो जीत गया देखो. There is no way कि ये लोग का attack इतना अच्छा नहीं रहेगा.
First timeout and figure out are they going to be able to get something better than a 3-9 half perhaps.
Same is
anticipating some of these potential plays, some of these, well, as you mentioned, telegraphed plays that could come through. They are sitting on a rolling.
खाली retake खेलेगी DRX ने भरा हुआ भी retake कर सकते हैं उनकी मर्जी है.
Like as well in the sort of slower adaptation that DRX are going in with now in a lot of these rounds as well. When you look to towards last year's calling to come out from Marco, for example. I think
this next match
working the map style that we've seen in these past couple of
matches
have looked a lot better for DRX. But you're coming up against Dub Gaming right now. That probably isn't going to work.
Oh my god.
So we'll see if it does, and I'm just
temperature chat.
This is going to be a very important round for DRX on the back of that timeout, though, in terms of
3,
econ as
2,
well.
1, pop.
Oh,
उसको दिखा नहीं
little Dub Gaming.
3, 2, 1.
Just a bit with Divine peeking his head through garage.
Pop.
Yeah, drone timing is nice as well. You don't really want to be peeking too far through Garage's Divine when you don't call for an Omen smoke to go towards mid-window.
क्या PRX का read तुम लोग को दिख रहा है और मुझे भी दिख रहा है.
As you mentioned the Rolling Thunder earlier on, that's going to be the entryway into this seaside as, well, we're scoping out things as something, finding all of the info.
It's also kind of throwing them into a lot of nerves. Oh, Jing able to sidestep their way, and now something, especially having infiltrated towards the back, makes things so much more difficult for DRX. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Bane, can you really fight yourself out of that spot? You can't. PRX continue onward with this onslaught.
It's a good odds to come out from something there as well with that dimensional drift, just confirming all presence of members from DRX. And I'm very, very surprised that Marco decides to stick that ultimate to the back of the seaside there as well. I mean, from his POV, the two PRX members aren't looking at him. But then the moment that you come out of the form, well, Jing just spots you. Nice try. But it does get shut down in the end, and PRX DRX not able to convert after their own timeout, and now they'll pay the price in forms of weaponry. They don't have much to play with in this one. A Sheriff, Bandit, another Sheriff, and maybe the Stinger of Hyunmin is going to be able to sing a good tune in this round, but you would generally say that it's going to look a bit off-key for DRX here.
G ने motivate किया उनको.
Really tough to find the right rhythm as well, perhaps.
Language
across the map.
They will drone in towards Garage, and it's just going to be absent of PRX members, so they are pathing correctly, technically, DRX in this round, but just weaponry and a very nice shot from Divine.
Look at where PRX are positioned, anticipating all of these plays. They know the drone was coming through, they just set themselves up just right as the Waylay does fly on through. Now it's Forsaken into the corner on top of logs, and instantly decimating 3 more players. Just the last one left, and Freeing goes down into the ground. It's a flawless
आगे मौली पीछे सीज बाजू में वॉल आगे ब्लाइंड पीछे ब्लाइंड लोग कूद रहे ना टू स्ट्रांग भाई लेकिन एक चीज है ये लोग एक साइड को है ना
There's that 8-3 to come on through as we move into the last round of the half. Are we going to see some adjustments come through from DRX?
Because winning this for Pac-Man. W मेरे जान करते हैं. W. Thank you for 59 months मेरी जान.
This potency that comes out
Mom is asking, does he also play in PRX team? Last round होता रहेगा. Auntie जी scene ऐसा है कि during my prime, which is like 2 years ago, I used to play for a lot of teams. Lot of pro teams, and I was a pro esports player. But with all these Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, now I have to teach them for the future of the Valorant of the coming mobile scenes in India. Yeah, that's true. I have reached the top rank of this game. Yet, if you look at the chat, the kids are abusing me. They have no courtesy. They have no courtesy at all. At all in apostrophes.
Chance as he hops on through window.
One second,
pings him as well. Just eyeing down the corner, calling for reinforcements. Something goes through, but unfortunately goes down as well. Special ability spent, but this is all costing Forsaken valuable time where DRX managed to toward it back.
Unfortunate that the frag wasn't found from something in that moment in time because Freeing's not even trying to focus on...
अभी आग बंद करके imagine करो तुम लोग को फ्यूचर कैसे देखते मैं बताता हूँ. Imagine करो ऐसे आग बंद करो you पिस्टुला जीतेगा PRX, ठीक है. उसके बाद इको ऑब्वियसली PRX 10-4. उसके बाद राउंड्स कम है तो वो लोग एक रिस्की फ्लेस बनाएंगे. एंड यप यू गेस्ड इट राइट, 13-4 गेम खत्म होने वाला है. Mark my words. At least 11-4 तक स्कोर मेरा करेक्ट है. 11-4.
Astra instead of the Omen, and it was an off-season event.
Lau,
We
chati lau.
didn't
Ye
see
likho.
too much of a
11-4
need on the attacking
PRX.
side from them as they were able to close those
लिख
ones
दिया.
up.
लिख दिया छाती पे. लिख दिया.
flawlessly
W
against
चारमेंडर
G2
ने पहले
and
लिख दिया
GG.
था.
So what do they really have up their sleeve on this map for this comp as well?
Binks भाई तो गोट निकले. ये क्या है? DP क्या है?
Some good floods, some good flashes, you know, trying to
my
facilitate something to dive on in with
RRX
Jin
common
being
है
the second
करके.
layer perhaps. I think
मेरा
the way that
brain
we've seen
cells.
him pilot this Phoenix at time, he is really starting to learn the
Hey.
blaze wall and the utility through that with the
Something,
team as well.
everything.
There's some really good
Wow.
timing that I've liked from him on this
That's
Phoenix
a-
utility. And honestly, just being a
Same,
nuisance
same,
with it.
same.
Because you
same,
got the
something.
opponents that always have to kind of imagine when is that going to come around the corner? Are we going to be able to find the right timing to dodge the flash?
कितना बेकार
Is there
कॉम
gonna be
से
another
DRX
flash to come
only
through from
good
somewhere?
for
I think
a
it's a very
ऐसा कुछ
versatile
नहीं है.
composition that PaperX are running on
C
this map
split,
right
C
now.
hit सब के
You've
लिए
also
अच्छा
got the
कॉम्प है वो.
consistency from Divide
Double ही
coming
नहीं है
through
ना?
the chamber. I mean, it's just been gorgeous. Speaking of,
क्या
he
हो
does
गया
get
दवाई
traded,
को भाई?
but he comes out with the shot first as well.
Yeah, so it's rather even for now, but still. Otherwise, for DRX to try to rethink if they want to double up reinforces onto A, they will continue clear on up. They see nothing there, but they hear all the footsteps come close towards. Well, C-Link right now. Hot Hands gets tossed.
भाई
Marco
क्या है ये
Gotta be careful of
स्मोक?
this flank that's coming through from Hyunmin
ये
as
क्या है
well up
strat?
at front of the mid window. Is this going
क्यों
to be
है ये लोग
ready
इधर?
from PaperX whatsoever as they look to extend territories
कौन सा
towards
game
A
खेल
to
रहे
clear
भाई?
that first and foremost as something removes Marco.
Oh, and another!
बाप
Hermes gets taken down now.
रे.
Hyunmin's been spotted out. He's still able to take
Info दे
down
रहा था
another
भाई.
as
भाई
well,
सिर्फ
but
info दे रहा था.
unfortunately not enough up against something who will survive with 15 HP.
ये कौन सा
All the
strat है
kills in
भाई?
this pistol round for him.
Well, it's lovely to come
Garage
out from
से B और
something in that
A
round,
plant?
and I'm getting flashbacks right now to the GE game for PaperX as well. You find both pistols, you started to snowball, but the rifle rounds is what we needed to see delivered from you guys in that series. That didn't happen too much. They still get the job done at the end of the day. A skin of the teeth. But in this one, we've seen a lot more decisive calls come out on that defensive side. So the second round,
ये कौन सा
not
strat
going
था
to be
भाई?
present with weaponry for DRX,
Question
so
देखा.
we'll wait for 15 perhaps, unless we see a Thrifty come out here. But then it is for
Impossible.
PaperX, what do you have up your sleeve on this attacking side? And I think for me, more importantly, it's for DRX. It's for this team that has been around for the
जन
longest
वहाँ पे
time, for
खड़े
these
रह के
players that
stun
have
one
tasted
करके
victory
और
on the
लेके
brink of
चले गए.
elimination right now on this map of Haven.
Well,
Do you have
वो लोग मिड फाइट
more than
करने
four?
वाले हैं, लेकिन
Certainly need
DRX one step ahead.
Or could just bank everything on the upcoming map. But right now,
Bro,
sticking
strong
together,
game
trying to
है.
go Midas right all the way through the flanks perhaps, but there is that little trademark on the ground as well.
Envy's protecting with the Guardian.
Quite a lethal weapon, especially
That much
with his
time.
mechanics as well. Will get overwhelmed though.
Top flank है, ये ले.
At the same time, but now it's something's turn. Did he just smack the table?
क्या हो गया? क्या हो
That's
गया?
good timing actually on that dark cover as well, because it makes it
क्या
a
हो
little
गया?
bit harder
कुछ
for
तो हो
Payne to
गया.
get the utility down to get the team on in, where he just gets removed from the equation as well. You do need to die at the tail end of this round. Something is just doing them without vision at the moment, killing them
तुम लोग
and making a fool of things. DRX not finding too much in that round, just the single frag, and now hopefully we get the answers to the questions that I posed a little bit earlier on. What do DRX have for us on this defensive side? Is it going to be more than 4? Because again, I've liked the slower calling, working the map from DRX. We didn't see that too much on the attacking side. I was looking for a bit more mid-rounding, a bit more inserts, but you can tell that PaperX have done their prep for this series. They were not allowing DRX to do what was successful in the last couple of series with Bane's leadership. So it's really good prep for PaperX coming in towards this specific map right now.
They're pushing mid, boys. Can jump pick or what?
Oh,
Good start for the bonus though, either way. Chummin.
Can we touch the garage first, boys? I'm gonna try to break garage ship. Go.
भाई full time coach
Just
cam दो ना,
divide out.
please.
First gun round for DRX. Spread across the map. Happy with the cypher
नमस्ते
utility
कैसे हो
over at
आप?
the seaside as it's going to
Important
start to be
है,
a little bit
good
of scope
rest.
action in towards
थोड़ा
garage.
rest लिया मैंने.
Prowler sent
4
in
and
to
a half
see
hours.
if
Not
anything
bad,
is
not bad.
there.
Because Jing was calling for the garage trip, and now thinking to go somewhere else, perhaps A little bit telling of what DRX's setup might be.
It's a bit risky though for something. He was hanging around that C site with a smoke permitted by Forsaken to at least help him like destroy some of that util. Broke the cam, didn't break a trip.
God, bhai,
As
no,
Hyunmin
my
is just breaking
God,
heads.
kya mara
Job's done
bhai.
for him in this round.
He's lonesome as
वो
well.
सारी
Yeah, this
pro teams
entire
बंद हो
round
गए
is-
आंटी जी.
I don't
Language.
think we're going to be able to do too much, not to mention
Language.
Mako pushing all the way through now.
This is just the situation as DRX that you don't overcomplicate things and give opportunities to PRX.
Uh-oh.
वर्ती को वापस लाया लॉर्ड में. क्या हो क्या रहा है?
Okay.
सच्ची?
Slight opportunity for Mako.
Maybe 20 seconds to go, and Bane is aware of the possibility of them coming through, but they hear the footsteps in the garage. They want to try and shake Forsaken. Something does get on this B line, but again, I mentioned Bane has to be aware of this one. It's smart decision making from
smart,
him.
smart Ben.
No way
Ben,
of
smart
entering
Ben.
into this B side.
Yeah, it's a tough angle to clear. Multiple angles, that is, as you step through into B site. Comes down to Forsaken, banking everything onto the spike line inside of the smoke,
Bro,
but that's also where
smart.
DRX find a bit of timing to go
और
on
rotate नहीं किया.
You get the plant
Smart.
down as Forsaken, so
Smart,
I guess you'll take that as a sliver of a prize at the tail end of the round as well.
11
but a good
for
pass mark for
नहीं,
DRX
11 for
holding
नहीं
on
होएगा
to
बोला
the
था मैंने.
3 weapons, picking up convergent paths as well for Hyunmin on the back with some individual brilliance from
Apple
him.
में कैसा hero cam होता है वैसे
in hand,
VCT
so
coach
trying to
cam होना
maximize
चाहिए.
what they can do for their chances in this lower bracket run.
Actual में.
A nice flick to come through from something.
बाबा.
Oh, that's
हाँ?
And it's a rare reaction from Alex because it's not
Huh?
net slamming.
Yeah, thank you for
भाई,
explaining
अपना नहीं है.
why I said that.
Yep.
But still, we'll see if PRX does manage to recover.
Alex by
Now
2.0.
on to the operator for Divine.
Yeah, on the C line, we'll see if Hermes is going to fall prey to it. You got something with the dimensional drift as well.
हाँ जी.
You can draw attention away from the team, or
Mom
you can
told me
start
to
to
be
sniff out if there's
सीख
any
कुछ Binks
opponents.
से and
The
चालू
double swing
कर.
called dry
Else
is
join
ambitious,
him.
don't get me wrong, from DRX, and now they might actually pay the price because of it. Bane will fall after finding one.
Mom is always right.
Yeah, it's just so strong, especially with the ultimates coming through as well.
Mom is always
PRX
right.
managed to seize
Probably should go for
around garage. It's another
Refresh,
spot that you have to worry
refresh,
about. So,
refresh,
turns all around.
refresh.
Unfortunately, you throw your bodies into the site, and
PRX
it just goes
bolte.
down into the abyss.
Refresh.
PRX move up to 11.
You do draw out the runner back, so I guess you'll take that a little bit as DRX, but you
मम्मी जी
are
ने ऐसी बात
missing
कही.
substance in this map right now.
She
You're
knew
missing
it.
rounds, mate. 5 of them so far. I understand the risk to go for the dry swing there, but with no confirmation of, you know, opponents' positions and no favorable circumstances, it is a
Mid by
very
अगर ऐसा
risky
खेलने
jewel to
सीख
go
गए
in
ना,
for that swing.
future is
And
bright.
PRX were kind of just ready for
Brighter
that as
than
well.
sun.
No one had brought out utility just yet for PRX. They were ready with their guns for some sort of play from DRX.
Where is your VCT official co-streamer tag, bro?
Yeah, of course, but it's not like DRX have been in these situations before, right? They've been in eliminations.
भाई मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ अभी देखो स्कोर 11-5 है बराबर है तो अभी के टाइम पे तुम लोग को क्या करने का ऐसा करने का कपड़े को ऐसा करके गिरबान के अंदर जाके देखने का है और देखने का कि अभी तक स्ट्रीम लाइक क्यों नहीं किया है
Seen some instabilities from them. Maybe we could say that they were happy with it because of their scrim results, something like that. But they do opt for Haven in this one. And you're thinking DRX, all right, Corrode.
4 packs.
Nice choice. I like that for you guys. But we've also seen growth from PRX too. So
गिरबान के अंदर जाके देखो.
I do think PRX, it's nice for you guys, but for DRX, it's not too.
Packs, 4 pack.
So this time out that they've just invested in has to come up with the goods in round 17 here. You've got the Rolling Thunder, you've got the Convergent Passes to have access to as well. Freeing is probably requesting a weapon in some way, shape or form. He's just charged with holding the A site by himself as there's a walk down C from Hermes and that's a rough.
लड़का duelist.
Unbelievable. The weapon so far away
अभी
as
info
well.
लेने के चक्कर में सब लोग मरेंगे एक-एक करके.
And now you feel you have to do something as freeing as well. You've lost the territory over towards C. You send Hyunmin over there that gets smoked off in a progression style smoke. You feel you have to do something here for the team. But it's going to be Marco to start off over in mid. And now it's going to be Bane and maybe a second layer of freeing over at A.
Still has the utility as well. Kind of clear around the spike plant. Convergent paths will initiate. Bane does come through as well with the frag. But there goes the Vice, still hanging back. The spike, though, might be unretrievable, especially with Rolling Thunder going through. Bane still continuing to hold the angle, preventing PRX from coming online, but Defy will push through. Brink finally makes his presence known, and then it's Jinx's turn.
There's an opportunity here for freeing. He was the one with only that pistol, remember, but some damage done.
hold नहीं कर पाए.
Do you think he wraps towards spawn when this angle is found? It doesn't even bloody matter, mate. Free comes out of the sewers, and he is just going to drown Jing. That is a lifeline of a round for DRX.
Yeah, mate. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. The way that Bring managed to swing around the different spots made it so undetectable for Jing. So incredibly well played. It will save them from that map point.
And operate up to be brought into the next round as well. It is a bit of a lifeline. It's an investment of those two ultimates that I mentioned coming in towards the round, but you had to dig deep to find that round. It was essentially a buy round, right? The 4 rifles purchased for DRX. It was just because Free didn't have enough money to get the proper weapon up there in his own hands. You gotta have to be playing with rounds, with potential swings on Econ as well. Force is going to be brought out for Defy here.
Marco off.
Yeah, Marco is charged with the Orpit, so we'll see what he can snipe out on the Omen. Opportunities.
Main पता है क्या problem है?
Well, PRX tries to poke around.
वो लोग में info के लेना तेज है. मतलब अच्छा है नेट वेट, लेकिन ड्रोन के बाद वो लोग के पास info के पास कुछ नहीं हो. बार-बार peek लेना पड़ेगा या फिर breach line peek लेना पड़ेगा.
And they start to have a bit of mid-round calling that goes their way. Marco is on right potential line with the sniper.
जैसा PRX 4 जन stack कर रहे थे ना, वो लोग नहीं कर पा रहे.
Otherwise it comes down to this blind pick किया. Perfect timing on the flash, but unfortunately it hits. The reactions from PRX still sharp.
Yeah, a lot of trading of utility at the moment.
इतना सब हुआ, लेकिन A पे कोई आया नहीं अभी तक.
Pressured here, too hot under the collar. They're going to call an audible retreat for a minute. Insert fight. Maybe we'll see a call to come back a little bit later on, or maybe we'll see just complete repositions from PRX and try some different locations. 30 seconds to go. Up the guts of mid towards B, where Xiaomin does have a saturate, but that's all.
Still could potentially be enough. Unfortunately, PRX does anticipate it, but spots Unforsaken by the top of his head. Hermes comes through now with a huge double kill. And that leaves 2 players left on PRX's side. 10 seconds left to go as well. Makes this pretty much unwinnable. Swings through from DRX, and Defy left alone. Trying to gunsling himself out of the situation. He's managed to do a bit, but not enough.
You got to be careful with those sort of smokes as well from PRX. I do believe that was their elevated smoke, and their footsies are seen underneath it by their opponents. So you got to be very careful with this utility if you're not taking the further space. That's the generic TP from Forsaken that goes up above. But here you go on the replay. Hermes capitalizing on his opponents. Caught lacking a little bit. Second round in a row for DRX right now, and they're starting to feel a little bit more confidence, you'd assume, on this defensive side. Enough to have a drawn-out timeout from PRX. They can taste victory on this map. A couple of slip-ups. They haven't needed to use a timeout just yet. This is their first.
PRX bolte. That's true, that's true.
Needing to be able to close out the map after all. So still knowing that they're going to be going up against an next round with the way that DRX has been able to rotate all across, holding B and C, A and C link. That makes it a lot more difficult for PRX, especially with the game plan of trying to really pull all the players from DRX all across.
Something was doing over on that defensive side was prodding and poking with the aura over at C, right? If we're not seeing that from Hermes, for example, of the Cypher, who are we seeing it from DRX, or are they going absent in that approach? This is what they're doing right now in a 1-4. This is a bit of a read on the game plan from what you've seen, perhaps. Just setting up the Cypher utility over at A. So they're not going for the full 4-1 stack. University of Gaming of over towards the C side too. It's going to be a poke down the sewers. I need the replay on that one. Defy is certainly managing with the sniper in this round, or this map so far.
Antis is asking everyone to like the stream, guys. Mom mentioned to gaming is future.
He's been the guy that you look to for DRX to put up numbers.
Marco's still around the corner though, and all he needs is one shot. Can't really TP himself out safely though. Will eat a paranoia as well, but off to the shorty and another wall bang. He managed to take down 3.
Yeah, feel bad for Envy in that scenario too. He didn't get a real chance to play here.
चीजें सीख रहे जो नहीं सीखनी चाहिए.
Gonna pull off some magic as well. Unfortunately, it's not gonna happen with Ring around the corner.
Mumbai server में थोड़ा सा वो
retrieved.
Scene चल रही है.
Maybe lurking around for
maybe in next 5 years.
Another kill.
Now the drone is just going to figure out where he is at the moment and keep the DRX members happy to sit on this A site at the moment. Try to shut him down. The 1 versus 3 as the Phoenix with the ult. Gets 1 kill here. We're more confident for the Courier's side.
Through for PRX, so maybe able to show us something different for the next round. I still want to see that replay though. we need
but Devi's shot in it.
Refresh,
yeah, this is going to be a round that is a 4 versus 5 technical with advantage for PRX that is going to slip through their fingers. Got to see if Marco doing some heavy lifting with the operator. He was pretty silent for the majority of this in the kill department as well. That's a nice adjustment from Devi. Got to give it to him. But for me, Marco coming up with a very crucial amount of kills. It's the pistol whip on the shorty as well, getting that 3rd.
भाई क्या सीन आपके सुपर चैट के साथ जीजी?
Very needed.
हाँ ना, पता नहीं क्यों हो रहा है.
Too much for PRX though. They're going to have another
Network एकदम
buy.
first class है मेरा.
And no dimensional drift online, for example. If you are going to this C site,
गैस का बिल नहीं भरता लेकिन इंटरनेट का भर देता हूँ मैं, समझ रहे हो?
Operator battle. Who bites first? Who falters first?
Marco मारेगा.
Camera as well, so PRX might not really expect it. They're being
3,
very careful.
2, 1.
The only way you really get through this at the moment is if you are giving yourselves a progression smoke perhaps, and you're trying to get a Phoenix flash or a Euro flash popping out of that. A curveball to start off and off-put Marco. He doesn't go too hard, you know, on the shot to reveal exactly what's happening. It's very passive at the moment from DRX. They did have Hyunmin rotate a little bit earlier, but they thought better of that at the moment. As PRX are really trying to draw out some of this utility, make it a little bit easier for them to either get into these sites or easier for them if they do in a post-plant scenario. This is some good map being worked at the moment.
DRX
like to say because they drew rotations to this A side. Imagine if they went B instead, or over towards C to Marco.
That's DRX being able to react in kind. Off the swings, kill from Envy, but still pain.
Back up there.
Now you've got the off angle being held by Free. Unfortunately, no more ults for him now. Something going on, a bit of a tear. TPing away. Hermes just sprays down though. It's down to the 1v1.
Oh, but it's 10 seconds. You got to run and grab that spike. You don't know exactly where your opponent is coming through as Devi. You have to go and stick the plan or look for a challenge against Marco right now. And he is trying to dance with the devil around this side. But Marco with the operator is going to deny. And DRX again are keeping this a bit of a flawless run on the defensive side now.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's the way PRX plays sometimes, and it all comes down to the fight. But when it's down to that 1v1, and Mako has all the positioning in the world to play with.
There's so much going through your mind at that moment in time. Where is Marco coming from? Can I get this spike planted? I've got an operator in play as well. It's just so hard to make the right decision in those moments in time as Devi, when pressure is really built. And it crumbles for last time out for PRX being invested right now as DRX are starting to put their foots in front of the other, and it's not even walking anymore. They're starting to jog. They're getting ready to run. They're really catching up to PRX the way that they are playing these rounds. And you got to admit as well, the rotate for DRX to that A site, right? 4 players put there. Everybody just throwing the kitchen sink at it in utility, having the guns up, going for those trades. It gets scrappy in that fight. And it does come down 1v1 at the end. The trade game, the battle game at the moment is strong.
Also just recognizing where PRX might want to end up. Which is fantastic work coming through from DRX.
Right now, hopefully not the map, that's the problem, because they are getting shut down a bit on this attacking side, right?
Stack में जा रहे हैं, main ये है कि stack में जा रहे हैं.
You're looking against the ult game, though. You've got them. You are winning in that variety for PRX at the moment. You've got 4 available. The Tour de Force a whiles away, but you can try and draw out this Armageddon from Free and make it a wasted opportunity that DRX try to invest in. Could be pretty good.
Now from PRX just to try to flood all the way in. Hermes able to hold it off. Hot hands coming through just a bit, but still you got the smokes. You got Hyunmin as a secondary layer now coming through. He's able to find another head.
You get across the op line, and you re-smoke it off as well. Mind you, Hermes gonna need some burn cream at the moment, so he didn't overplay his hand in the garage. You got a player advantage for DRX at the moment.
दो बंदे का crossfire check.
PRX are looking to just flash out, overlooking Hermes.
Slight anti-flash position, and it comes up huge for a triple kill, and the entire round is done.
He really plants his feet in that position, doesn't he? Now it's 1 versus 3 that Defy needs to try and isolate a couple of these
PRX
fights.
should take Binks as their assistant language.
DRX, just don't give him a 1 versus 1.
Don't
give him a way to individually get back into this round, and they don't. They hold it together. As Hermes finds the 4K, DRX hit double digits. There's no timeouts available, remember. It's all onto the players right now.
कुछ सोच के यहाँ तक नहीं आए थे और कुछ सोच के आगे जाएंगे भी नहीं.
Until overtime.
Deep.
The final few DRX players, the last 2 of them, are close to their ults as well. Hermes could even come up with more theft in the upcoming rounds. We started this second half 8-4.
Yeah, 8-4. 8-4 with PRX getting the pistol in the second. It was 10-4, remember?
We're now 11-10.
Deep.
Big ult investment rounds, try to maximize your potential and getting
free round
hai. Equalizing for DRX, sending in all this utility, all this ult in towards the C side. You start to scale on in, but are you just trying to force a plan? Are you happy to play 5 versus 5? Hyunmin has the convergent pass, remember, for a retake here.
Yeah, usually PRX should be anticipating that something, sending the clone all the way through now. A couple of PRX players hiding in the garage as well.
And because it was so fast, you have a lot of this utility that you are dropping into this one as DRX now. Look at it all.
Do they have the initiative to follow through on it? Look at PRX reinserting themselves back in deep corners. Hyunmin, fortunately, first point of contact, will refract back, and that should be enough information. But then the garage push goes through. The smoke gets set up as well, and instantly already you have so many DRX players removed from the board. PRX still surrounding the smokes, surrounding the sites. All the exchanges going in their favor with Envy crouching down onto the Classic to bring PRX up to 12.
Really funneled in towards a spawn-sided retake there for DRX as well. You can't get back in towards
Is it true कि Ascension में आप almost G के लिए खेल गए थे because one of this player wasn't feeling well? नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
You've just got that off-put line of all the util that PRX threw their way around the smokes, trying to navigate it. The flashes coming out to buy time as well.
By heavy ults or counter ults.
Very spicy.
Huh?
In that scenario, and now
और best part पता है सारे ult miss हुए.
Managed to get
Fade ult miss हुआ.
5 opportunities to get into this position.
Euro ult miss हुआ. Euro ने ऐसा ult मारा कि side खाली था. Jing ult miss हुआ. Jing भी इधर जगह ult मारा जो खाली था. सारे के सारे ult miss ही हुए, लेकिन ult wars हुआ. समझ रहे हो?
Trying to go peeking a little bit too much. PRX this time suddenly slowing down the pace. Just don't really expect it. But thanks to the flash, thanks to Hermes peeking, just might be a bit of a way to bring things back to even.
And they're going to have to go for the Hermes to try and take the challenge by his lonesome self. Get facilitated, get set up by Bane. A gap around his own cage at the moment. Bane somehow finds Forsaken, but the trades start to come on out as well. And you are so bothered by what you're seeing right now on the side, but it doesn't matter if Hyunmin's going to come out with some shots like that. Now it's Jing in 1 versus 2, and he's going to get off-put by Hyunmin. We go the distance on this map of Haven.
तुम्हारे इतना सब कुछ किए वापस जा सकते हैं. 1 minute 10 सेकंड है. Omen ult है.
Not doing too well, but all the ways that DRX managed to react in kind.
And it's another scenario as well here, Quack, that PRX find an advantage. They find the first kill. But it's some good decision-making, instant reactions from DRX. They are recognizing right now they cannot play a proper retake in towards this site if plants go down. They cannot play big number battles at the moment. They need to get some of these advantages a bit earlier. Try and catch PRX in transitions. So last round of regulation right now. Jing given priority on weaponry.
B जाएंगे नहीं. B impossible है. Breach और कोई util के साथ. Impossible है.
Highlight a little bit earlier.
B ये लोग कुछ भी करो 5 हमें B नहीं जाने वाला. It's either A or C.
You can dump all of your util in.
You can
even have Forsaken ult to the back of the C site here as well.
This is a set exec.
DRX though already rotating all
एक
across.
साइड में एक राइट
He's
में
been cancelled. Hermes tries to tuck in the corner.
check
Still
नहीं किया,
unchecked.
check नहीं
Hyun
किया.
been able to take down the run it back. PRX have been sent
पीछे
back
भगाया
once
अब
they
भी जा
came.
सकते हैं
And now you
Reach and
kind of
do
question
Whoa.
in your minds as DRX,
ओए,
have they
क्या
rotated back
मार
towards
रही
the other
है?
side of the map? We saw big numbers. but
गोली
they've
मत
got
बोलो,
an
मेरे को भी
advantage.
मालूम
There's
है.
gaps around, and there's too many
GG.
gaps around the map at the moment for DRX. Do they think that someone's snuck in anywhere? It's a sensational
Not
shot
even close,
from Dubai
man.
as well.
Easily
Marco
जीत गए.
and freeing gone.
Yeah, it's down to Hermes and Bane right now, especially Bane into this spot, but unfortunately he goes down. The heads-up duel from G. A lot of initiative being seized by PRX. The spike planted soon enough, and it's a 2v5.
Yeah, this is
मजाक
going to
से
be an
हटकर
extremely difficult race
DRX
to come
है
in for
क्या
Hermes
कमबैक मारा
and for
सेक्सी
Hyun
मजा
Min.
आएगा बस मैं ब्रॉन्ज 1 के लिए any tips to
Smoked
go
off again.
plat 1
It's determining for
भाई
the
यही
swing.
प्रॉब्लम
He's
है
able to take down the
तुमको
first point of
tips
contact,
plat
but
1
then
जाने के लिए
PRX
चाहिए
starts to suffocate him
इमो
all
जाने का
around.
tips मांगो
It's claustrophobic,
और वो
and
40 रुपीस में
PRX
नहीं आता
close
दोस्तों,
out the
महंगा
map
tips है.
finally at a 13-11 scoreline.
not even
Real
close
damn
not
close to
even
the end of
close
that one, doesn't it? But really, that was the right
Not even
decision
close.
for the SEA squad to go to
भाई
see with
भाई
the
इतना मार के 13-11 जीते भाई लेकिन एंटी DRX bre chat बाप के लावे DRX
numbers, which majority of the time they
दो
did
round
in
तो
this
crazy
map.
read
There was
था
an attempted
DRX का.
run back from DRX in this one, do not get me wrong, but the 8-4 half, if it was a little bit better, would we be in
10-4,
overtime? Would we
10-4.
be seeing a different story right now? For PRX, changing from the Astra to
Alex,
the
मैं
Over
sad
this
होके
one.
जा रहे.
Some
जीते
questions
हो आप.
coming in towards it. It's been a while since we saw Haven come through from PRX. And they get through narrowly. Does
इसका मैं
this make
पिक था
us
ये
think right
PRX का
now?
था अभी
This
DRX
is why they haven't opted to go for
अभी
Haven
कोरोडे
just yet
DRX का
in
मैं
Vetoes.
pick.
Have they felt a little bit uncommon,
लेकिन
or were they waiting for it? We don't exactly
DRX
know just yet,
का
but
मैं pick है,
from what we're seeing
लेकिन
here, if it was, you know, your 13-4, 13-5, 13-6 before that run from
छोटे map
DRX
में
came out,
PRX
we'd be thinking to
मारता
ourselves,
है.
oh yeah, why weren't they playing this earlier? The fact that DRX made some really good decisions and
मानो या
made
ना
things
मानो.
really stretch out in this map. Credit where credit is due. DRX do good on that. But PRX, how comfortable do you feel like Haven
करोड़ में PRX strong है
the map that you want to
yep
continue on with in a potential low run?
लेकिन वो लोग ने पिक किया रहेगा
Because you
कुछ
still have
काउंटर स्टार्ट
potential
कुछ
more
बनाया
matches to
रहेगा
go if you actually do win this one. I
Yeah.
will say that it is fair speculation, but down to the first half at the very least, PRX showed like they were still their old selves. For
Yeah.
now, though, we're going to toss
ऐसा
it back
हगा
over to
DRX
Ness because
defense
this
में
is still an
language.
elimination match. RX Derby, let's go!
Let's go! 13-11 is the
Love
score, and as
first
Quack
blood.
mentioned, you know, PRX looking like
So
the
love
former
first
self,
blood.
complete with the ups and downs every single map. We thought that they had the early momentum there, but DRX managed to make a little bit of a comeback.
हेलो मेरा आवाज आ रहा है स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो हेलो
Plays.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that first half for PRX was really, really nice. Very impressed with how they approached the game planning there. Then as you move towards that second half, you need to see those individual moments. You need to see those big pop-offs. And that's what gets PRX across the line, ultimately winning their map pick. Take a look at those first kills as well. 16 compared to 8 on the side of DRX. PRX had every chance into this game, as well as 2 pistols and a bonus.
Yeah.
Everything went their way, and they just get the map over the line.
Not to mention the fact that Dubai had a crazy game.
Yeah.
She had an insane game from Dubai. As you mentioned, you won both pistols, and you still struggled to win this game over DRX that I don't even think was playing
Next
really their
map
A
कौन
game.
सा है?
They didn't look
करोड़.
super locked in or
Big
super
man,
switched
I
on.
love
It
you,
took
मेरी
a
जान
while to
today.
get worked into the game.
DRX
Like you
got
mentioned,
absolute
they didn't
violated by the
manage to
SSC.
start either of the halves very well, not having one pistol. Marco had a pretty rough game at the office, so
Hello कर
it's
दिया,
not a
ठीक
particularly
है.
convincing win for PRX.
मैंने कर रखा
and I
था
think
like love you.
for the same reason
Like
that I
तो
said
मैं भी
before we
नहीं
started
किया
this
था
game,
अभी
in
तक.
both of their Haven games in the off-season, they don't have to play very much of an attack side. We watched them play a more extended
By the way, मेरे को एक बात बताओ चैट हाँ मेरे को एक बात बताओ just a general knowledge question हाँ Valentine's Day का क्या प्लान है तुम लोग का
To put up those numbers on defender side, they can get themselves across the board. And I will say, their defender side looked very good. If they kept that form the whole way through the map, I think we'd be seeing very, very different things. Because that first off, very impressive. It's just when they move across to that attack. I felt like DRX heated up as well. But that's a very close map one. DRX are going to be kicking themselves that they couldn't get the win there.
Oh yeah, it was extremely close for DRX, even down to those last few rounds that we saw. But PRX will do PRX things and, you know, manage to bring things back. But as we saw clear examples examples of how these two teams know each other so well. This is a bit of a back and forth between both of these teams.
Yeah, so the big thing is about how DRX approached this defender half, knowing it was going to be against Breach Teo. So this is the bonus round. You see they're stacked up heavy on C. They move fast across to A as soon as they hear that noise. They bait out this util from the initiators, the stun, the paranoia, the Teo missiles, and then they fast flood into the site. They use that run it back that they've managed to gather. So right now they're playing on a timing where DRX don't have a lot of util to stop that flood. Was very, very impressed by that.
Yeah, but you see DRX actually responded quite nicely. They recognized that A wasn't working for them, and they used the camera to be able to feel out what the setup is for PRX. So they see that whole A take, they speed up towards C, leading with the Teo drone there, and then they set up a very difficult retake for PRX. This really was a chess match of positioning in this first half. If PRX gets a good flood off and is able to hit a nice timing, they're going to roll DRX in that post plant. But if DRX is able to outmaneuver them in the mid round and set up a post plant where they can disrupt PRX with this initiator util and not have to use as much getting into the site, then it's a lot harder for PRX to get back in.
Yeah, this round is the prime example. They managed to get into the site without Bane having to use his stun, so he can save it to stop that flood. I think PRX understand how to play against double initiator, and equally DRX understand how to play against double duelist. So especially in that first half, that was a very, very close, very good match, but it's PRX that got it on the board.
Yeah, it's a perfect matchup here, and those are very, very clear examples why. And of course, these kind of matches bring out the best in a lot of players, and one of those players in this match was Davai. I mean, we saw it with 16 first kills on the side of PRX. Half of those were his.
I mean, my goat here. Unk still got it. He has indeed stepped up in a major way. This round, by the way, probably saved the game for them. They were 3v5 in this with a low buy. He takes over the round, gets an ace, and really, as we saw in a 13-11 score line, every single round matters. So massive step up from Davai compared to what we've seen from him previously in this tournament.
Yeah, you really want your chamber to have a hot performance on that defensive side. It sets the tone for the rest of the game and puts the fear of God into the other team. It forces the double initiator to have to use their util so much more moving through the map, which, as we mentioned, is something they want to hold down into the post plant. Almost a 30 bomb from Davai. If he doesn't play up to this level and deliver this many first bloods, this is a win for DRX for sure.
Oh, absolutely. He is locked in today. And we see, of course, like a lot of players on the side of DRX. Hyunmin did put up a very good performance also. That is pretty consistent for him, though. We need pop-off moments like this in an elimination match. So I hope Davai keeps this up. And on the side of PRX, unfortunately, we didn't see a lot from Envy coming in. So I hope that going into this next match, we actually see we see Envy heating up a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, we know he has the potential. We've seen big weeks. And same with like Mako on the side of DRX. Very slow game, as we pointed out. That's not like him. But in a series that is this close, when the players know each other this well, it really is a game of fine margins. So it's all about who wants it most, who's ready to step up to that next level to keep their team alive here. DRX, this is their last chance. They lose Corrode, they're going home.
That is absolutely right. We are heading into Corrode.
What are we expecting? Many happy returns of the day,
DRX? Are we expecting that Waylay Phoenix on the side of PRX? What do you think?
Yeah, I think for PRX, I wouldn't expect any changes. This is a map that they've won in the past. Their defender side, once again, looking incredibly strong with that Phoenix. So I think they're going to hold true to what we've seen from them there. I would definitely expect so. But I think it's all still up in the air with this map, because there's a reason DRX will have chosen to pick this.
Yeah, so DRX, I mean, we saw them play initially against Valorant with double duelists. It didn't go well for them. They lost the Barrels Brimstone comp back then, and that was one of the games that was a little bit underwhelming. Following that, they showed some great prep for full sets, putting Hermes onto the KO and playing double initiator, and they really just worked them on the attacking side. This time, you're going to see, actually, DRX starting on the defensive side. So if they choose, once again, to play just solo Waylay with Hyunmin on the duelist and double initiator again, they haven't actually had to show that much of their defensive side. So there's not going to really be that much film for PRX to actually watch, and therefore they're going to have to once again rely on, you know, their own approach and feeling their way around the comp intuitively and just the general game plan.
Yeah, I mean, I think on the flip side of that, there is a whole attacker half for PRX that DRX will be able to watch, where it was 9-3, I think, in the favor of GE. But I also don't know how much they can learn learned from that VOD because they were attacking into this Sage comp, so it does change how it plays. So I would expect PRX to look stronger on the attacker side than we saw when they last played this map.
Yeah, or we could see changes entirely. True. I don't know. Probably not in this high-stakes game. But as we send it to the stage, we are looking at Freeing with his 10th clutch here in Pacific.
Hello, Binks.
Bye. To you for that.
Good luck for the 17th Feb को birthday है मेरा और उसी दिन board से पहला पेपर तो भाई और क्या चाहिए भाई birthday के दिन
He hit a great shot to get that 10th clutch, so very, very impressed with him so far. But yeah, I mean, I think the compositions are the question mark. We can see them now. PRX sticking with what we saw from them last time around. Jing on that Phoenix. Once again, Divai, he'll be a little bit gutted. He just got to play. Had so much fun on the chamber. Now he's back on Viper duty.
Yeah, for DRX on this defense, I want to see some free
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Free flow, very snappy pushes with the underarm KO flash, the fade dog, just some microaggression, as you always throw my way on the desk, big time. Which is, funnily enough, in the past, something that PRX used to do on a set. They used to play the KO fade, so they understand how it operates on the defensive side. And let's see if they can play around it well enough.
Yeah, with any Phoenix comp, you want to see Jing farm those orbs on the attacker side. That will be key in this first half.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've had enough micro and macro aggressions here on the desk, so we're going to send it over to the casters, Quack and Komodo, to take us through the road.
Oh yes, there's a lot of aggression going around on all sides. It's also such a big chess match between these two teams right now.
If that's micro and macro aggressions over there, does that mean it's mid aggressions inside the game right now? We're going to get a little bit of action right now. Or is it going to be something else? I mean, this map of 2
impossible to be.
RX Derby only
impossible.
One will continue on the other to be
0% frame drop, baby.
Road is an interesting one. It's the same comps that we've seen from both of these sides before, but it's going to be played.
अरे मैडम आराम से DRX ने 15 मैप्स खेला है सबसे ज़्यादा मतलब heavy experience.
Pistol round is going to be quite important in this one as
Action
well.
By सो जाओ.
Of course, both pistols so far going over towards PRX. They have opted to start on the attack, and I guess I was right with the aggressions.
Oh, but instantly the shot from Hermes, though. Top mid down through the screen.
Yeah, dodging the 0 point over towards B main as well, as they are just going to scale up towards B, but immediately, rather, DRX.
Instant peak हमेशा defenders के लिए
be happy to stay there. Now for Freeing, you don't necessarily want to be staying here individually, so you will retreat a little bit, try and give yourself some better angles and allow this plant to go down. Do have the player advantage as forsaken gone.
Wow. I just continue to peel off the flash dodge. He's still good for at least one. That's still such a big advantage for DRX to work with in this retake.
Yeah, wall up for Divai. It's going to off-put Bane for a little bit at the moment, but you're kind of standing pretty around the site for PRX at the moment, expecting more to come out through from spawn.
Just a bit. Working around a lot of the chokes right now, but still. Instant shots from DRX. It's Hermes
heavy
once again.
It's certainly very important for DRX that they dispatch of Forsaken first and foremost as well. It makes the gathering of the B side a little bit more wonky, so for Freeing, recognizing that he can just fall on back and try to play numbers with the team. This is going to be a very big difference of a defensive side that PRX go into as opposed to what they had to do against Global, right? Yudotan on that veto to try and remove a lot of that ability. Safe stalling as well are things that you're not going to be seeing present here. There will expectedly be a bit more gun battles that DRX are going to come through, but also a little bit more coordination on this utility coupled together as opposed to individually that the GE can come out with them.
That's kind of where PRX does need to watch out for as well. I mean, some of the gunfights, you start to lose heads, lose members.
और मिल गया, एक अभी और मिल गया, एक अभी मिल गया.
With the 0 points as well. If you have, for example, rifle rounds where 3 get you can prod a little bit over on the other side of the map. You can try and toy with the information that your opponents get and try to, you know, make it more misinformation than not. I'm kind of interested to see how PRX want to try to tackle Hermes on this KO, what information they have. If you're trying to bully your way into this A site right now, though, however, Hyunmin is going to be here with Freeing.
So that's still the objective.
Look, what's read नहीं है लेकिन ये हो रहा है.
At least try to break in, try to get the spike down, get as many kills as possible.
Full
Start things off with Defy, but still Bane alongside Free into the corner. You still have automatic weapons. Free goes down though. It's Bane with the kills.
And they are going to not force the plans immediately. They're going to go for a fight over towards spawn, and Hermes is just going to sit them all down. Get closer towards that null command right now. One away. The bonus round could be really nice because that is quite an expensive ultimate as well on 8 points. Having a great start individually on this map at the moment. Bane with some great shots as well here. Just seeing PRX be very narrow focused towards the elbow.
See PRX outline around Hermes. That was so.
आपकी स्ट्रीम हमेशा मेरे मोबाइल पर 10 सेकंड लेट चलती है. I don't know why. मोबाइल अपग्रेड करने का टाइम आ गया.
Different ball game, right? But unfortunately, the ball was always in DRX's half court there.
Center क्यों नहीं use करते लोग? Headshot मारते हैं.
Hermes does get the slam dunk. Now it is going to be the rifle round present for
Marshall, Guardian, ये use करता.
And all 5 members are going to be grouped outside of A lobby, freeing to just play spot at the moment.
Does have the screen to work with as well.
0 point immediately used from Hermes as well, so no information. A re-clear in mid from the Prowler. You start to get a bit of an idea that you want to get some further information for DRX on this comp, however. Towards B. This is an expected play for DRX that they're thinking PRX are going to end over at that Bravo location, and that's not exactly what's happening.
Yeah, minute mark. At least this is some information for the side of DRX to work around. So all the rotations kind of called across except for Mako. Might be a little bit worrisome. PRX not going to slow down anytime soon, but still, the fragment! It catches Jinx square in the face. Hermes still holding down the angles as well, and Hermes is unstoppable! It's just something left in the round. Can't retrieve the spike.
The blues is
there. As soon as you peek out, you're going for a fight. Mako could be right behind you as well, so he was completely buried up around elbow right now.
Yeah, something's just barren wasteland right now. Nothing that can be done. Hyunmin's just going to remove him very swiftly, but my oh my. Hermes picking up the fragment kill because the shots are looking woeful from PRX in amongst that one. Great timing on the C's from Bane, mind you, as well. Some good coordination. Tandem plays from the utility coming out from the initiators. Absolutely do love that for DRX. Not even using the null command, having that available where you need. And certainly hinder the affairs of PRX.
Mom is inviting you for lunch or dinner. She'll make specials in the food. She said, God bless you, but thank you so much, Auntie. Take care and keep going, sending love and light. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you so much. Thank you.
But on to this round, down middle, PRX kind of point around.
I will let you know, mate. Bye. Thank you so much, Auntie, for such kind words. Thank you so much.
More information with refract spent already.
Exchange a firm handshake and using them on each side.
हल्का सा hearts दो, हल्का सा hearts दो.
Over towards mid at the moment, while
thank you so much. Thank you so much. मेरा नाम चेंज हुआ है क्या? एक सेकंड, आंटी जी को एक सेकंड स्ट्रीम से जाने दो. फिर मैं बताता हूँ. एक सेकंड.
And just playing extremity control at the moment is the name of the game.
थोड़ा वेट स्ट्रीम कर रहा था एक बार.
Timing in mid. That Hermes has to be very careful of.
कर दो. Thank you, Adi ji. Thank you so much.
Not anymore. They tend to A.
Still though, now that the positions have been revealed, a little bit telling, Hermes will begin to make his move.
I talk about pistols knowing that's what's here. You forget that sometimes they can be potent.
Yeah, especially when they're in the hands of PRX. Suddenly picking up the pace into sight.
Oh, they just
still though, backing through around the toxic screen. Hyunmin able to shut down Defy. Hermes has arrived backside as well. Hyunmin still alive, makes things a little bit more difficult for PRX, but something hops on over and he'll get the spike down. 10 seconds, the timer gets reset.
मीट पे एक बार आंटी जी ने स्ट्रीम बंद कर दिया तो मेरे को बस बोल देना कुछ लोगों को हेलो बोलना
DRX though they off-put them. Some good utility stalling at the moment to try and isolate these fights. Hermes, Mako come up with a clutch in a round that should be
theirs. Which keyboard do you use?
Smoke fell a little bit weird, but still enough for them. His stays tucked inside of. They knew where Jing was thanks to the fragment from before as well. And now Forsaken trying to spray into the smoke. Unfortunately, the swing out from Hermes gives DRX a 4-0 start.
Such a headache as well for PRX because they would have been feeling like they could get that round. They had a 3 versus 2, so it's the right time to drop that util as DRX to try and maximize chances to pick up a bit of a sloppy start in this round round as well.
Can we get a coach cam?
Sharp shots to come through from the pistols. Spike denied as well. You're thinking, all right, this could be good. But it falters a little bit. And Forsaken cannot deny the defuse from coming through.
भाई PRX का round था यार ये.
Flawless start so
DRX
far
बाप
for
के ला लेकिन round
DRX.
PRX
Now
भर
invested. We
दिया.
literally are kind of copy paste from the last map.
भर दिया. तुम
Scoreline
लोग को
start.
खेलना है कि नहीं कि next
But
match जाना
earlier
मेरे
on
को
in
सीधा
terms
बता
of
दो
a
भाई. मैं
timeout
बार-बार
investment,
टाइम आउट नहीं ले
last map
सकता हूँ.
used the
तुम
end
लोग को
of
जब
round
पता है
9
कि
this
साइड काली नहीं है, राइट काली है, तुम लोग यहाँ से
calling
ऐसा
it
क्यों जा रहे हो? मेरे को
super
बात
early.
बताओ.
Almost feels
And this is
necessary
okay with
with how
kind
the way
words.
the rounds have been going. PRX on the
Mom mentioned
attack, but
Anji
not quite
खुद
able to
बोलता
find
है
their
ये.
footing.
कोई ना. सच्ची?
Granted,
नहीं,
it
अच्छा
was
नहीं
a
लगता,
slight
अच्छा नहीं
ego
लगता
round
है.
for the previous one as well.
अच्छा नहीं लगता है.
Kind of the same start though to a
देखो
degree
सीन
of
ऐसा है कि
worry
मेरे घर
that we
वालों
saw
को भी
against
मालूम है कि मैं
globally
गाली
esports
देता हूँ.
for
उसका
PRX
मतलब
as
ये
well,
नहीं
right?
कि
They
घर
got
वालों
the
के
pistol
सामने
the
गाली
second,
दूँ.
and then the
समझ रहे
defenses
हो?
start to really come out.
समझ रहे हो?
You're not able to get in towards the sights. You're trying to draw out what util you can to make your end game a bit better, but you're still being locked down.
मित पे वैसे आप नॉर्मल चैट कर सकते हो. सुपर चैट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आपके
right
चैट दिख
now,
रही है. लव यू मेरी जान.
you
लव
would
यू मेरी जान.
assume you can see a little bit more on the attacking side, but these defenses are being played very nicely in my mind from DRX. They're not overplaying their hand, they're not over-peaking a lot of angles. They're kind of just going through a step at a time.
ये
clearing with
एग्जांपल था.
information,
मैं
playing a
गाली
very
देता
large
नहीं हूँ
macro
वैसे.
game.
ये सिर्फ एग्जांपल था.
Not being too risky individually, I think right now is quite crucial for DRX.
Especially now that
4 सेकंड का फ्री किल तेरी तो
Yeah, this is risky by
ये
himself. Caught in
ब्रो.
transition to utility. Forsaken a nice frag
Anti
to open up the
Odin
affairs
strat.
for PRX in this round.
एक मारा पीछे है अभी एक साथ. जिधर जा रहे हैं एकदम 5 मैन.
to kind of hang back as the smokes all get set up
बाप रे.
again.
फाइनली
Got
एक
it.
राउंड जीत गया
Wolverine
PRX.
peak unfortunately goes down to Jing as well, freeing. Felt the need to take a little bit more space though. He wants to go
Ball
into the corner.
गिरा.
Yeah, it's a little bit slack for
One
DRX
and
in this
done.
round. Near every fight so far has been individual from them. Freeing though, might be able to catch them with their pants down. They are clearing it,
Oh
but
my.
at the wrong
Oh,
time. The trade at least is there.
really?
And now it's Marco and Hermes again to see if they can make the magic happen.
Hermes has been on a heater, so perhaps, but still 2v3. Spike gets planted for the side.
Guys ये क्या टूर्नामेंट है क्या?
Just
नहीं
holds
इससे
the
टाइम पास
angle,
में खेल
hits
रहे
the
लोग.
taps.
कस्टम.
Yeah, that one is
So
a great round that PRX sorely needed to start things off
अबे
on the
क्या है
attack.
अभी?
Again, you can look
दोपहर को
towards
कुछ
this
करने
one.
को था नहीं ये प्लेयर्स को.
GE, this is
तो
the
ऐसे
sort of litmus test of a
लैन
for
वैसे
PRX on this
इवेंट
map
में
right
गए
now.
और ऐसे
Scored
बैठ के
a
लॉगिन
9-3
वॉगिन कर दिया. टाइम
against
पास
that
है टाइम
comp.
पास है.
Understandable. I thought the PRX were really going to fall over flat on their own defenses when you consider the sort of double duelist variety of something and Jing. But I was very impressed
जी
against that
टाइम पास में
100 Thieves
इंटरेस्टेड
comp
नहीं है.
that they were playing it very
लैंग्वेज
smart, very disciplined, holding your choke points and not over peaking. So I kind of am expecting that for the defenses of PRX as
तेज
well.
नहीं खेलते
But
VCT
it
में
really
नहीं
is for
तेज
me
नहीं
the
खेलते.
attacking side for them with this double duelist
कुछ
deployment. How
teams
much
में
are you
कुछ
getting
players
away
खेल रहे हैं,
with here?
लेकिन
How much space are you
इतना
finding?
heavy
This
stage
is a
नहीं
good
आ रहा
showing
जितना
point.
बाकी
Something
agents हो रहे
already
हैं ना.
in towards the link. It's going to draw a lot of pressure for DRX. They're going to have to start to re-clear quite convincingly.
कितना utils.
So far, so good.
कितना utils.
Yeah, keeping a manageable distance as well.
गलत सेट में जा रहे हैं.
DRX this time having a secondary player to support Bane, but Mako pushing all the way throughout. Managed to take down Jing.
अरे
The
बाप
trade
रे.
comes in. The Odin is set up. The convergent path set through to try to break open the site.
But you missed the TP
इधर.
that's gone in towards the tower for Forsaken
मारो.
at the moment. Doesn't even really need
एक
to come in and
सेकंड दवाई कहाँ
activate.
भाग के जा रहा था
Good
ये
waylay
पे?
ult to come in from something as well as just a bit of a nail in the coffin at the end as PRX absolutely crunch on that B side at the end. Marco did his
बेचारा जिंग.
honest efforts to try and find advantage.
Shot
It's not gonna come into play.
बे.
Something going to distract
Clean
the
aim
coming,
बे
and
मेरे
that is
जैसे.
PRX finding their second round now. Do you still
Wait, bye.
feel
Thank you so
okay
much for the
in
membership.
DRX's
मेरी
camp,
जान कर
knowing that your
दे.
economy
म्यूजिकल रोड देखा कुछ
starts
रोड
to
पे
be questioned,
नहीं. मैं मेरा घर का
especially
बाहर
if you
रही
lose
रोड
this
में
round.
देखा है भाई.
Maybe not, right? You really need to
सोल के मैचेस का भी विजिट में इसके
cool
बाद.
things off a little bit and figure out how PRX wants to
मेरी
really
तरफ
approach
से
the map.
नहीं है.
Right
It's
now,
been
they're working
sponsored by
against
Mom
how
on the
TRX
W
wants to,
anti-G. W
retrieve
anti-G. W
information.
anti-G. Thank you so much, Mid bhai. Thank you so much.
Bane, Odin
ऐसा
abuser,
बताया
not
करो
going
जब
to
जब
be
देख रहे
present
समझ
in
रहे
this round anymore. Instead, Envy's going to be
फट
trying to lap that one up. Something not
एक
able to get away with the
link,
same
एक
space that he
link.
found
दो
almost free of
बंदे
charge
का
last
info
round.
मिल
And a
गया.
very all in affair towards mid for the get-go for DRX.
दो मिड एक
Pick
लिंक.
for
3
freeing a
लोगों
B.
का इन्फो मिल गया.
The rest of the 4 members in
बी
amongst
पे अल्ट है.
mid and
4
A
लोगों
link.
का इन्फो मिल गया है.
Gaps
ए
around the map
जाओ
at the moment for
चुपचाप.
PRX. They can
चुपचाप ए जाओ.
have a straight shot in towards the A site. They're able to figure this one out. One away from their own Viper's pit for Devi as well.
First second by थोड़ा रुक जाओ फेड के लिए मरा तो स्पाइक गया अरे बाप रे माता रानी
massive kill, but look at DRX.
It's very proactive space gathering and information for them. This is going to be a super early flank at the moment that PRX need to be aware of. I wouldn't even mind PRX kind of flipping the A site at the moment and taking more space over towards spawn because they don't see anything through Link. You have to assume that there's going to be a mass flank potential here, and they don't go for any further control. They're going to reroute back towards the flank for just Forsaken.
Oh, and that just might be enough as well. Pop flash through from Hermes, but it's not quite enough. Mako has to be the one to take him down. Then comes the Odin, continuing to hold the angle.
Oh, Davai!
Freeing, I should say, actually waiting for a slight timing to peek on through. Manages to take down Devi. That's now a weapon retrievable. Still, though, the spike continues to tick, and Freeing continues to peek. He finds another triple kill in the round, and it's all down to Envy to try to hold it off. The snake bite. Is it enough time? I should think so, just for Freeing to stick the defuse down to the very end. DRX up to 5.
0.29. What a trade to come on through. And what a ferocious play from Freeing. Honestly, plays the right timing with the classic for the bait in towards the Link play. The judge and the gun upgrade. Catching Jing on a timing, looking the wrong way. It looks like from our kind of third-person POV on that one that he had a sensational flick. That's a great adjustment on towards something. And then the trade at the end, that is a great round to bring some stability for DRX now in this map. It's not even the greatest amounts though, as Hermes does have a stinger.
I'm gonna TP. Let's go. Flashing. Go. Flashing now. Let's go. Okay, let's go, red boy. Yeah, powder free guys.
Oh, Devi falling in mid by his lonesome self, trying to find the timing of the lurk. That's not going to come out. Good 0 point, and Nightfall going to stall the proceedings of PRX at the moment, so you have lost a lot of space around this map. You have lost the timing that you're trying to...
You have lost the round also.
Play ramp in towards the A site. The wind has been taken out of your sails, and you need to look to a different direction right now. Forsaken, if you can dispatch of Bane, it's a good avenue at least to equalize 4v4. Oh, but he walks the wrong timing. The wrong way.
Gamble left clear karo ya fir right.
Closer towards spawn. At least Envy will be here to pick up pieces, but still 3v4. Not to mention Hyunmin with potential convergent paths.
Yeah, you just switch to a retake here if you need to as DRX as well, right?
You
mentioned that ult, you can be quite happy to wait for the rest of your team as long as you don't overcommit to a mass fight here, because you are the only soldier at this A site. Here's 1 versus 3. The PRX start to make some noise known. Now the plant to go down for Envy, but it's just going to be an early scenario for Hyunmin. That's actually not going to be a capitalized upon ultimate for DRX here.
Does draw some utility from PRX though, maybe some crucial ones, especially with Saturate gone. Now PRX need to continue to pressure against DRX, prevent them from getting into position out towards the back of sight. Still though, the shots through the blaze wall catches Envy, and now Jing goes down. It's just something left, and unfortunately the shot's not quite connecting just yet. He needs to back up, needs to find safe space. Still managing to find the headshot at the end, a double at the end of it all. A ripple clutch for something up in round number 8.
And this is the duelist that we were waiting for something to be present in 2026. Where was 2025? Something from PRX. Coming out with the goods in that round for the 1 versus 3. After the team loses initial space, initial game plan action. You can see the thought process from Jing at the end there as well to try and play anti-flash. Right? If there was the underlog to come in from Hermes, gotta give respect where respect is due on that one. Trying to play the brain power at it.
Can we see Binks as coach in the future? No.
5 versus 3, DRX still in the lead. 3 seconds this round, just the pistols to see what they're going to be able to provide. And it is a bit
as a coach,
नहीं जाऊंगा.
वो वाला job
spike down and the round as quickly as possible. Minimal loss.
I like to stream.
If not, but still, so far so good.
Yeah, next I wouldn't mind seeing Envy go for a bit of a fight, same as Jing, get a bit closer towards your ultimates.
Round, for
the next round where the guns will be back for DRX.
We're trying to watch for all the possible chokes. DRX possibly to just hang for exit, so maybe get a couple of kills for themselves as well. Hermes 3 points away from his ultimate. Trying to assert themselves through into the smokes. Jing will get the first, a couple more, and now he's gotten his ultimate.
Well, you're going to have a great stack of ults for PRX coming in towards round number 10 right now. Not really present there for DRX, but you start to need to see them recover on this defensive now.
DRX ने टाइमआउट लिया है, लेकिन ये राउंड हारने वाले हैं. Heavy ult है, heavy ult है.
A lot of importance to see how deep PRX is going to be able to go on this attacking side as well for me, for DRX, what the defensive side looks like with their new look of agent variety as well. Opting for, you know, the double initiators instead of the double
comeback होगा. PRX winning this. ये round जीत गया. Next round भी जीत गया, इको जाएंगे.
Swat PRX down.
Very DRX.
Until unless ये timeout में वो लोग कुछ ऐसा crazy कुछ करते हैं.
I definitely think that there was some problems with them.
They hold तो नहीं कर पाएंगे push. There is no way वो लोग push hold कर पाएंगे.
Like a bit of a proficient duelist when you need as well, a different look. You're trying to stretch that one out. We know the capabilities of the rest of the squad, but it really feels like Bane's comfort in calling is definitely what it is.
PRX को याद दिलाओ B set पे. B set इसलिए निकल जाए क्योंकि जब दो बंदे mid start करते हैं ना, और B पे एक बंदा रहता है, B वाला इतना डिले करता है कि mid वाले दोनों आके help कर सकते हैं. और लोग mid में देखने का रहता है कि ailing वाला mid देख रहा रहता है. तो अगर तुम लोग full B में push कर रहे हो और दो बंदे mid में एक बंदा B पे है, B fast करना बहुत मुश्किल है.
Decision making for the duties there because they needed some bold calls. So it'd be interesting to see, at times what the versatility will look like for Envy specifically with this squad, because it is a much different role for him on this team compared to Team Secret.
Rise will go back into a buy from DRX, trying to hang all the way back as Mako, allowing PRX to come in and set up.
Full blind.
They're changing the pathing on something as well with this Waylay to get on in. They do so convincingly for the 5 versus 5. The ultimate's invested in a deeper pit now as well. That is just going to off-put you. Or is it? Marco catching for Lacken.
W blind.
The other side of stairs, unexpected, but of course it's just going to be Jing unwhipped to respond.
He's still got another curveball to throw in as well.
Still though, bit of space up towards
something last round दो मारा था, मार pick करके. W. मार.
Kills going
something.
Through.
मार. मैं
still
हूँ तेरे
trying to be extremely cautious. Divine will shut down just a bit more with the shorty than the Phantom.
उसको क्या मारा लेकिन मार को दे.
Device shark in the waters in that moment. You cannot get into the pit, but also you just don't feel like you've got an exit strategy as DRX there. You can't retreat back to your own spawn. You can't drop into the site. There's just no way that you're getting back into that round, unfortunately, with a great smacking to come out from Jing. Some good patience in the post plant as well for PRX. They tie things up now, 5 apiece. We've got a little bit more depth from them on this attacker's side. But is it going to be something of a tight scoreline? Or who will go 5-7? 7-5 in advantage. One might think, no, don't. One might think it's going to be PRX. It's just the pistols yet again for DRX.
Sometimes very tough, very tough.
They started off with a 4-0. You think that that was a good start, a great start to be able to really tumble through this defensive side easily.
But it's PRX, and now switched online all the way into the site. Bane has to rely on his mechanics to try to find at least somewhat of an advantage, but he gets completely blinded into the side as well. We do have Hyunmin up around the corner though, but look at Jing.
Yeah.
How relentless is this?
I mean, it's 2 maps in a row that he can just play the Phoenix, right? Those shots don't look too good. Freeing will find Forsaken off wing as well. So he will pick up the pit. He would have picked up the pit regardless if he died at the end of the round. But picking up the kill, picking up the gun, it'll back you up a little bit better in towards the next round as well. PRX will find 6 here.
6
a lot of power in going for the hunt.
No balls हो गए बे.
Really matter if they tried to as well. They just removed the gun, which.
Binks भाई थोड़ा अबिस का strategy बोलो ना प्रीमियर के लिए please. अबिस के लिए
easy है. They will take the lead now on this second map of Corrode. So move into the last round.
Same comp लो, same rotation करो, easy premier, easy.
think towards the more key ultimates. I mean, Bane close to his Nightfall. Envy has his. Jing a couple of points away from running it back as well.
It does definitely feel like the direction has shifted in this map over towards PRX finding early advantages and kind of being too overbearing going in towards these sites as well. They're being very passive and patient in these post plants. The mid explorations from DRX and these extremity plays that they're doing as well are no longer feeling comfortable, you'd assume. So I kind of wish that DRX would do something a little bit more decisive as a barrier drop call.
For him.
Hit over towards the B choke yet again. Okay, you just assume not too challenged. Yeah, I've got to send in a bunch of utility to try and find him. Nightfall and Blaze, for example.
Bro, slow
not 100% committing to it. Look at this. A secondary squad into our team link and 2 players from DRX taken down. Forsaken still tucked in towards B side. Really deep positions held. Hermes wants to go in for it, wants to take a bit more space for DRX, but it's difficult. Despite the null command being popped, Bane does find one. Something responds and goes even further as well. You got the smokes up, you got more flashes, but a bit of self-bind with a run it back, not too bad. Forsaken playing off contact into it, and now it's Mako's turn.
6-7, 5-6.
He's already taken down the first. Huge paranoia set into the right angle, right directions, but Jing just hops over with a shorty anyways. It's a 7-5 at the end first half for PRX.
That's a great round to dissect.
No, back to back rounds
with you, with the pit going down at the B main choke point. They send in the Nightfall and the Blaze, but it's all a ruse to get Forsaken to TP behind the opponents when they're different and pressured out of the pit.
Insane wala.
Stuck in
Next
that moment
round
in time,
PRX
has to be told by the team essentially, has to be very situationally aware that that TP can come behind him and be pushed out of his pit. He gets crunched on from multiple angles, and that's the entryway for PRX to get into the B site, where again, they're already showing just very big smiles in being able to close down that side as well and hold it and protect the spike plant. So really well done for PRX, putting a bit of bully action onto that B site.
बहुत बड़े गाउट वैल्यू है कि नहीं मेरे को शूट के लिए जाना है.
But here we are.
बूट कैंप जा रहा हूँ मैं.
Down to the 5-7 where
no night stream, no night stream. Maybe members only, but no normal stream.
Especially once again with the fact that this
attacking map पे या defensive depend करता है कि तुम लोग मारते कहाँ पे हो. Like और तू गेम को एकदम ध्यान से देखेगा. अगर तुम डिफेंस में मार रहे हो तो defensive.
We've always talked about meat and potatoes.
Or to attack में मार रहे हो तो
attacking. Now we need to see that substance again come from DRX. They were off to the races at the beginning of their own map pick in this series as well in Corrode. Now it's been a hot minute between drinks. 7-5 with a 5 in a row for the tail end of PRX in that one, but now we flip things up. Now PRX go to this defensive side, and now DRX, knowing that they wanted to pick this in the veto, what do we have to see for them on this attacking side that led the way for them against
बड़ा या normal कुछ special shoot है कुछ special shoot
10-2 that was.
That's what kept them here.
ईमेल करोगे अरे मैं नहीं हूँ घर पे.
Very measured all throughout middle and then into A.
Yeah, on this attacking side as well, remember, it's the solo duelist
Years
in the double E mid,
but 2
so
years
we're looking for a lot of ideas.
Tomorrow Fnatic match was but कल वाला होएगा.
Some smart
पनीर नहीं पनीर ऐसे
level-headed decision making for them right now.
क्या फाफी फेट पागल हो गया. No पनीर no फाफी फेट.
Mark, something begins to make his move.
I'm gonna see what Forsaken feels on the back of this A site though. The toxic screen gonna permit a bit of a waltz in for DRX.
What?
Spotted them a little bit late, so they have some time to actually get into sight.
Link se to retake
remember, it is only Forsaken currently over towards the spawn side of things, so he is just going to fall back. Echo out a couple of shots as we move into the 5 versus 5 that we know PRX loved over on Haven.
At least Forsaken has held on to the paranoia as well.
Link वाले कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे.
Possible ways to get back
into the
sight. Possible ways for DRX to prevent that from coming through. Swings from Hyunmin, but also a shot taken, eaten. Still though, a tough little crossfire, especially with the hunt coming through. Forsaken trying to dig himself deep, but completely surrounded all across elbow. He sets up another smoke, but it's Hermes.
6-7!
Round ender onto the Sheriff. It's a nice little scoreline, 6 and 7.
I hate it. Put it in the bit. But for the pistols in this one, DRX will be finding both. So to keep away back into this map, very needed in my mind. The timing on that 0 point as well, mind you.
It
actually kind of
job क्या करता हूँ मैं यही 6-7 बोलने का job करता हूँ मैं.
Forsaken would have been really good to layer on in for the team to focus on elbow before getting on towards the site, right? So the fact that the timing on that removes it, it's actually quite superb.
100%.
Now they'll move into the eco-fragging rounds. Hyunmin giving the outlaw to go and hunt for them. They are playing for the 2 pistols as well, so they'll have
DRX actual में जीत सकता है. नोट उनका मैप है. वो लोग को पता है PRX किससे खेलता है. लेकिन PRX को पता है DRX किससे खेलता है. और दोनों को पता है कि कौन कैसे खेलता है. तो खेल कौन रहा है? ये मेन क्वेश्चन है.
Really get to see them exercise that macro control.
ट्वंक क्या है अभी भाई?
Right up through middle while
ट्वंक क्या है भाई?
Has a bit of presence out towards the back. In V though. Holding the angle, down to half HP.
You are Saibo.
Just looking for quick shots, quick reactions. Hyunmin able to punch through.
And now you're going to get the plant down. PaperX is going to be ready for a bit of a 2-man flank.
Trunk?
And that's all they're going to have as something gets felled.
Freeing on the flank watch. Has a Phantom as well, so this should be his 0 point continues to clear out backside. DRX should have a pretty good idea.
You always got to be careful about peeking into this as well. Hyunmin might be on the other side of this one watching for the eco frags. You've been very patient.
3, 2, 1.
You're going to be rewarded. You're going to lock them in, contain them in this one, and find some extra damage as well.
चलेगा. Damage
the Phantom to be picked up on the Outlaw as well instead of the Guardian.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
And try and take a challenge in this next round, but not as much as they
Me and you
were
are
expecting.
twins,
yeah,
but you are
in that 4 versus
so we are
2
twang.
scenario.
Oh my.
DRX actually, despite losing players, it's minimal losses, but for PaperX at the same time, starting to build up on some of these crucial ults.
See what the buy does look like as well, because with that Outlaw going into the next round, you got to be careful. You got to be aware as PaperX with your shields. Forsaken susceptible.
तुम लोग सच्ची है नॉर्मल डे टू डे लाइफ में ऐसे बात करते हो क्या तुम लोग? हाँ, ट्वंक, साइबो ये सब तुम लोग यूज करते हो क्या सच्ची?
Wow, I can just see over in the coach comms as well.
It's okay,
Just in this round, Alex getting a little bit frazzled.
कोई जॉब नहीं देगा, just saying.
So I wonder what he's taken away from the beginning stages and the comms from this defensive call for PaperX.
नहीं तो क्या आपस में बात करते हो WhatsApp पे ऐसे?
Again, this round is very doable for DRX, right? Lots of rifles, that Outlaw as well. You start to scale up. If you want to get in towards the elbow, there's a lot of combos that you can do with this composition as well. But macro game plan, bigger picture for DRX.
मुझे तो vlog से पता चला.
Are you trying to insert someone on this attacking side? Looks like we're leaving Hyunmin to his own.
दूसरी चीज़ बता. तुम लोग में कोई है ही नहीं क्या young?
Maybe he will be trying to draw attention over there, make the B side a bit easier for the team to get in.
They've also baited out several bits of utility from PaperX's side. Forsaken smokes are being spent in towards A, especially with that Prowler from Bane.
And this fake that he's trying to sell is not being read by PaperX at the moment. They are rotating the right members to this B side, putting something in towards mid, and he doesn't have to move from this position. It's up 30 seconds to go. DRX go into B.
Something's starting to move, though. Leaves a spot, takes down Bane, and then it comes down to the entry from Hyunmin. Onto sight, he takes down 2. Davai off the top of heaven, trying to spot out even more players. He takes down the spike carrier. 10 seconds. DRX, they've got to go. They've got to pick it up and plant it down just quick. They should have enough time. This is also time for something to try to creep through. Still has to saturate as well. Worries about the top of heaven. Shoulder gets spotted by Hyunmin, who now picks up the hat trick. Mako to end it. DRX take the lead.
And you know that's going to be a rager for PaperX. They are not going to be happy with how that one was played out. You drop the spike, there's not a lot of time, but the rest of your boys, they're on the wrong side of the map at the moment. Not exactly happy. The defense is on that one, and yes, something will take out Bane in that rotation. But you lost the way you needed to hold yourselves on that B side. So good utility, blinding out on the back of sight, getting the freebies for Hyunmin.
yeah.
And if you've got Hyunmin starting to activate on this attacking side, it's what you need for DRX as well. You need the quote support cast to facilitate him into these sites, get those kills, get that space on this single duelist line, and play that post.
Your Jinx bhenega bhai?
Take the further space if you need to as well. Because if you are trying to go a little bit quicker, which we're not really expecting for DRX, there's going to be a lot of utility power for PRX. So the fact that they are going to be playing this slower style, drawing out a lot of the utility, is really going to work in favor for them. And PRX have to be adapting now with that.
Which is why this timeout was called. I do worry for Alex's blood pressure, but yeah, hopefully we'll see some adjustments coming through for the upcoming rounds. Otherwise, DRX continuing with the same style might be worrisome for PRX as it goes on. Onto an eco round for now, though.
Yep.
Lowle ko bhi low bolte रहेंगे ना. ये क्या रे low?
Weapon for this.
Low लेगा क्या? ऐसा.
He already has the ult. He already has
रहेगा और क्या रहेगा?
It's just kills at the end of the day. Pad them stats.
Stats. Rounds.
तो low है क्या बे?
All the big numbers.
ऐसा कुछ रहेगा.
To try to send us to a map 3 in this elimination series between the two big RX teams. Spots out just a bit. Nothing too informing though.
Waltz down mid for PRX now. Just the pistols, got to take some
if a team timeout लेती है तो दोनों टीम बात कर सकती है. दोनों टीम बात कर सकती है. आपस में बात कर सकते हैं. किधर आने वाले ये सब बात वैसे तो दोनों कोच बात कर सकते हैं लेकिन टीम भी दोनों बात कर सकते हैं आपस में कोई सीन नहीं है एकदम फ्री.
Certainly be a way that you can tick some boxes to try and close this map. Seeing nothing in mid though, PRX gonna waltz over towards this B site now, and it is the right call.
Nothing in A as well, but unfortunately, even into the corners, some of these players unfortunately not quite able to react in time. It's in me and Jing though. Not too bad, but still continuing to swing, trying to catch him on the choke. PRX starts to get choked out as well. Free, reasserting himself into the site. Just something around the corner. And that will be that. DRX continue on with the rounds, but also taking losses.
I mean, they had enough money, right? It's a 4-0 start yet again on the half. So the cash isn't too bad. They have enough to splash in the next couple of rounds as well. The onus is really on PRX to mount some defenses and mount some good decisions and shots. And this sort of execute in towards B when you've got the waylays on this map. The pathing is generally the same under the hut, right? It was the change that I did like from PRX, I believe it was against GE, where they changed the path around to the back of the site. We saw that earlier on for Hyunmin too, so having the adaptability to change that pathing and catch your opponents off guard is going to be quite paramount for Hyunmin in my mind.
No.
This round, you still got access to that conversion pass, which you would assume can make things a little bit easier to get into this B side, especially if you're going for your practiced set executes in a round such as this.
In DRX fame as well. This time pass closer towards the link area. At the same time, PRX continue to just flood back in. Off of the run it back. Jing onto the rifle. Spams into the choke, the snake bite catching onto a player as well. DRX now licking their wounds.
You've locked him out of the site, but no one is watching to the tower at the moment. Marco has snuck in here, something that he loves doing on the middle of Haven, for example. Loves TPing into that B site, and no one is just wise here. How much can he get away with? 1, 2. He knows where Tobias is as well. This is a 5 versus 3. I talked about it earlier when PRX are in the 5 versus 3s and it gets pulled away from them. So for something to find that kill onto Hyunmin to make it an equal state, PRX are looking to save face in this round.
Light speeds through.
Isn't it like normal double TP?
Well. Sets up the smoke to block off Heaven, but really want to watch out for the back of elbow, and that's where Mako is. Forsaken, able to find the ready exchange, and PRX move up to an 8.
But didn't get a good rate on that one for the exchange, unfortunately, though. Just Forsaken and the money. I mean, it's still problematic for PRX as well, with just the one surviving. So they get through that round. They have to challenge massively again against what DRX has been able to save and survive with. You can see a result in the form of the shields coming into this next round. I wouldn't have minded seeing an adjustment from DRX on that execute as well when you're lobbing all this Fade Util in to second layer the C's over. The trail gets the track in towards any link players. That was the execute that we saw the other day on this map that I really, really liked. That slight little change up of where that C's is placed. It actually does such good work. DRX still gave that one a mighty fight to try and bring it back.
ये राउंड अगर PRX आ रहा GG.
Possibly a fight ensuing soon enough as well. PRX though.
If there was any player who wanted to drop first free of charge, it would be Hyunmin.
Still don't want to count the rest out.
Oh, Forsaken might get caught.
Just playing in close to it. Unfortunately, Jing will have to take the fall.
Yep. Caught sleeping a little bit there. Forsaken does get the trade in amongst the smoke realm. Gets another one onto Bane as well. This one is starting to crumble a little bit at the moment for DRX. Just Hermes. And he's locked in.
Wanting to go for the spike, but the shot's not quite connecting for Forsaken.
This is double. Envy is really low. Hermes has a flash, has a fragment. An ult, if he wants to use it, it would technically reveal his position on the pulses. He'll dodge the Nightfall as well. He finds the timing onto Devi. This is so winnable for the new recruit to DRX.
Shop around the corners. Low HP as well. Hermes for the right opportune timing. What's this Envy gonna do? The haunt sent, positions revealed, the 0 point coming through as well. He still can't get onto the spike. Taps onto it though. And all Hermes needs is one shot, maybe not even, just waiting out the time. Envy can't get it halfway. Gets the kill at the end, but does he have it? I don't think so.
No.
10-8.
That is such sensational work for Hermes. It's a bit bittersweet at the end that he doesn't get the kill for the 4K there.
College,
but what
life's
a
busy
great
now, but
Red Bull clutch to come through from him.
Thanks for
finding the right angles, the right timing, the shots to come out from the Guardian. Mate, I think that gun is absolutely gorgeous for him, by the way. He has just done such destruction on that gun. He plays the end perfectly as well with the fragment timing that Envy cannot stick in towards that one for.
Thank you for the 4 for 10.
I was a Phantom, never mind. I thought it was a Guardian.
But he has
done getting lost in the mix. It was Envy, the one with the Guardian. Anyways, it doesn't matter at the end. Hermes comes out with a mighty clutch.
Coach Cam, please.
That might be the straw that breaks the camel's back in this one as well. You've lost your guns yet again for PRX. It might be 11 at DRX, and I look towards some win conditions for them, Quack. They have a lot of ultimates that you kind of almost just hope that they hold on for that next round.
At the same time,
love you 3 bye, love you 4 bye. Bye.
Might just be walking
breeze,
crosshairs or setting up crosshairs of their own.
DRX का map पे निकाल सकते हो लोग.
Possible weapon picked up. Forsaken into the smoke with a shorty though. Gets taken down, but not before dragging Hyunmin through the mud. Convergent path sent into sight.
Well, same as an L command as well, so this does start to become a bit of an expensive round for DRX. If they can dislodge freeing, that's going to be great as well. An upgrade of weapons that they can pilfer.
All these.
भाई 3v3 तक आ गए पॉसिबल तो है
PRX right now to keep themselves in the map to possibly close it out 2-0. Hyunmin not allowing for any of that nonsense to happen. Holds the angle, outlaw in hand. Flashes through. It's fully expected. DRX just managed to tuck away from it. A Hunts gets sent back as well. And now PRX starts to feel the heat. Onto the spike, he sticks it. Jing, it's something. He turns back around. Lord behold, Hermes has flicked all the way through.
His eyes are on the prize in that round at the moment, Hermes. He doesn't care about the kills. He cares about the round. The team gets down and dirty into the fights on the back of that haunt reveal. Catches something in transition, trying to play for the time where the spike is already half defused, trying to play for the tap, perhaps. Lots of damage that PRX throw in towards this round, but really DRX, they are holding on at the end. Costly, as I say, from the ults that they invest, but necessary. What wasn't in my mind was the convergent pass from something thrown over to the elbow. They don't immediately try to aggro behind it. This time, though, they change things up, going for the A main space. Might even lose it to freeing.
Especially with the way that he's able to swing all the way through. Unfortunately, though, gets caught, and it's Hyunmin who goes down.
And they'll see that there's some extra bodies here.
I think Breeze mein lag gaye.
Something mood mein. They see that Jing gets the orb as well. You know it's a stacked side on A, and incentivizes you as DRX to flip the map over to B perhaps, but you've already got that micro rotation from Envy. That is a very ambitious mid peak from something. Not needed in my mind.
Itna mood mein nahi hai na something वैसे देखा जाए तो.
Yeah, it doesn't pay off either, so we're back to a slight reset.
And now, because of that as well,
you know he's going for it to see
if they might already be up towards the guts of mid. They go patient DRX, and Marco capitalizes. You lost map control as PRX. You had to go and find something, and you find death. Now Forsaken and Jing for a 2 versus 4. They are here early.
Welcome to my world.
Perhaps a slight opportunity. Nope, not anymore. Not with the pit coming in.
Yeah, the flank for Jing. It was just Forsaken that was here early because he uses from the shadows to get over. Very quick. You've already got this flank, this rotation expected being held by Mr. Marco.
Just continuing to try to cut off the reinforcements. It's just Forsaken now. Might have slipped through, but oh, look at all the spams, the suppressive fire. It's down to Mako for the quad kill at the end of the round for DRX to get up to map point.
Good work, sir. Well done, Mako there. Some great patience in the way that he collects those kills over at B, knowing that when they find something in towards mid, PRX are going to have to try and find some space elsewhere around the map. He catches them lacking. It's very different now for PRX, where we see in that previous series against GE, as I mentioned earlier, right, showing a lot of discipline on that defensive side, holding the choke points and not over-peaking. This time they fall back in towards something that we've seen be problematic for them a lot during this kickoff.
What the hell indeed.
Risks not needing to be seen. No reward either. 4 map points now that PRX have to try and come back with. DRX have put themselves in a great position right now on their map pick.
Perfectly poised to send us to hit ready and in place. PRX try. Oh no, but look at Hyunmin.
He has purchased the perfect weapon for this situation. Every single person on PRX's side had less armor, not full. It's regen or it's light.
Come on, let's go.
Judges. Makes me quite nervous, Komodo.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about a great judge character, though, in this round for Hyunmin. Gets the outlaw kill, gets the orb, has convergent paths, and with a lot of time still on this clock for DRX, they have their choice on where they want to end. It's time to commit to B. Towards A, perhaps in a split, unless they want to go towards a B position where Marco can TP over a little bit later on. That's not how you want to throw curveballs.
30 seconds left.
Unfortunately for Jing. So to A we do go.
It's like fake flash as well.
It's time to commit to B.
But still, pressure is on into the A site. Jing has arrived. Sets up the play as well to try to slow things down. It's not going to happen. Still though, with the convergent pass anyway, it's Forsaken onto the judge. Unbeknownst to him though, it's the pincer maneuver all the way from the other side, and that's exactly where DRX plant their flag onto the site. It's just a Vi left. He's got a Guardian, couple players low HP, sure, but this is so much work to do. Not quite possible. We're gonna hold on to our seats because DRX says no clean sweeps today. We're going to map 3.
Just a destructive half to come out from DRX.
Hello?
On that attacking side as well, very convincing. A different look to PRX as well, right? Where we're seeing a lot of good decisions from them on that defensive side in the last series for GE on this very comp. And they just don't play it the same way. I don't know if it's overplaying what they thought they had. It's just a lot of wrong-timed decisions from PRX's side. But that's not even the be-all and end-all of it. DRX made such great decisions, but you kind of also can't even fault PRX trying to feel like they need to get back in towards these rounds and falling back onto what has worked for them, what they love to do. They love to fight together. As a unit, go for these plays. DRX, so just very happy to have those happen, to have that come their way. You can see why Road has been a bit of a happy play for them right now.
Team play से याद है, team play से याद है.
Think to Hermes and how he's managed to clutch up.
14 का भी single हो गया तुम लोग?
immaculate team player
team
for the
play
DRX squad.
Legitimately, it was a team player for the whole time on this map for DRX as well, right? Where you've got Bane's leadership coming in towards this squad. He's moving them around the map miraculously. Hermes is going on a bit of a frag mission as well, but finding the right timing on the 0 points, some good flashes as well. Freeing, he has such a difficult task to do on the defensive side as well as that Viper, where a lot of it he is playing by himself. There was some slip-ups that PRX capitalized upon, don't get me wrong, but ultimately did his job. Now, I'm just going to keep rambling through. Hyunmin, great kills coming out. Marco as well. Timing, assistance, frags, multis, gorgeous. DRX really stood up on this map to send us into the third breeze to see who will be eliminated. Now, Analyst Des, what do you guys think?
Oh, we are going into Breeze. It is going to be a map 3, and I don't know why I was so naive to think like, oh, PRX is probably going to take this map. We're going to have a 2-0. Of course not. This is the RX Derby. It's going all the way into 3 maps.
Yeah.
13-8 is the scoreline. But again, every single round was really, really close, and you had some amazing individual plays within each and every round.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like PRX in that first half were the much better team. They got it to 7-5 after losing pistol and bonus. Yeah. They were definitely up strategically. Then the half flips, they lose yet another pistol and bonus and cannot find a foothold in this powerful DRX attack. Great composure by DRX to really stay calm, bring this map back, ultimately, you know, get this map pick, and now they're taking it all the way to Breeze.
Yeah, I thought it could have been similar to the first map, honestly. Yeah. Like, realistically, if that Hermes clutch doesn't come through, I could have seen PRX get going a lot more on their defensive side, but this was really the tale of 2 attacking halves. Great recovery from Marco after a very poor performance there on Haven. He was very much here to play, whereas Devi goes missing a little bit more when he's not on the chamber, and that's what you often get in this series. It's like individually, you have different players step into the limelight for either squad, depending on what map it is and their level of comfortability. Both of the Waylays having very, very good games, and I think that's going to be transformative for PRX going forward. If something gets comfortable on the Waylay and Agent that he's only just started playing in officials, that could really open up a lot more double duelist looks for PRX.
Yeah, for sure. It's looking very, very exciting for Something and the rest of PRX indeed. But going back into this match, there were a lot of those moments that you just felt like PRX should have had this round, but DRX managed to make a comeback. But like as we saw, Something was able to put up a really, really good performance. We're seeing some of his highlights here right now.
Yeah, I mean, we want to talk about both the Waylays. Both Something and Hyunmin, I felt like had very, very strong games. Of course, Something topping the server in terms of kills. This clutch especially really managing to keep that momentum going in that first half. And I mean, I think when you have the head-to-head like this, it's very easy to compare the two on this kind of Waylay. But ultimately, despite Something's power in the server getting these kills, he can't get his team across the line because Hyunmin, he's a much more team-focused Waylay, I would say, and he really does lead them forward in these rounds.
I mean, both of them had better performances actually on the attacking side, and we often say that, especially on the attacking side, it can be really hard to get going on the Waylay. Yeah, this execute was gorgeous from DRX. I mean, if you go back and you watch their last game on Corrode again on Full Sense, they were playing a lot of like that initial wave of util to be able to get control of the mains. They did do that this game, but they actually shoved Hyunmin up mid a whole lot more on the game against Full Sense. This time, they would often throw that first wave of initiator util, and then like you said in that round that you were talking about, they would just contact one of the mains and then kick off and execute, which is not something they showed very much against Full Sense. So they really did change up their approach on the attacking side, and this is another example of just how adaptable DRX can be game to game.
Yeah, I mean, they have such great scripting as well. When they go into that site, it's rehearsed, it's well drilled. They have multiple looks, multiple ways to take each site, and it really does enable Hyunmin to be the best he can be on that Waylay.
Well, we've always known this team as a team with infinite protocols. They are just so well rehearsed, as you mentioned. They have an amazing playbook and amazing coaching staff as well. So it's no wonder that Hermes has been able to fit into this roster so well. And you see how his performance, how his teammates push him to this kind of performance which we have here.
I mean, this clutch is really the thing that gets this game across the line. Forsaken has a bit of a whiff, opens it up, he baits out that ult, dodges it, and plays so well for time here. This guy does not look like a rookie when he's pulling off clutches like this, and ultimately this is a massive swing round. Forces PRX down onto that eco. It's worth 2 for him to step up in that 1 versus 3.
Yeah, if you look at this graphic as well, worth highlighting, it's been a while since DRX have played Breeze that we'll see as the third map. Actually, PRX has played it more so recently than DRX had, and this was the game where Hyunmin went completely missing for DRX, and they still managed to win. So I feel like now Hyunmin's back in form. This is going to be a different looking DRX on this map, and interestingly enough, if both teams stick to the comps they last played, we might actually get a mirror here, and it might be a Hyunmin versus Jingjet. I expect PRX to change. Honestly, I wouldn't even be that surprised if DRX changed, but if we get a mirror here and it's Hyunmin v Jing on the Jet, I think that this man's going to be showing a different level of form compared to this first game.
Oh, absolutely. We saw that, we knew that in the first game, Hyunmin was not feeling like himself. So I feel like now that DRX has like managed to heat up, really synergize, we're going to be seeing a different story. But my question for DRX is if they're going to be applying that double initiator that they have been really committing to on Breeze.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, this is a map that we've not seen them change on yet, but I do think there's worlds where you can make it work. I think there are good second initiators on that map if you choose to do it, even though it doesn't make as much sense as some of the other maps.
I feel like double duelist and double controller is much better on this map than double Enit. Like double Enit feels like a little bit of a thing of the past when like Sova KO was meta. That's what kind of the combo that you might see.
I would expect Sova KO if they do make the change, but I don't think they need to on Breeze because of the size and kind of scale of that map. It's more PRX that I want to see make a change. They came into Kickoff debuting Brimstone on the Breeze. They got a win, and then we saw them swap away, standardize the comp a little more to what we're seeing from these other teams, and they're yet to win with this new composition. In my mind, take it back to that Brimstone, throw in another mix-up here. This is your last chance, so you don't want to go out without a fight, if you're asking me here. So I think PRX, they're a team that, you know, always been able to try new things, but I'm a little bit worried about if they come in with a mirror here.
Yeah, absolutely. Last chance for both of these teams. This is the third map, and this is an elimination match. The only match we have today. So both these teams, they have to give it their all. It's a bit of a handshake in our first two maps, as we saw. PRX takes one, DRX took the previous one, but now it all comes ahead here on Breeze. So I think if both teams are going to mix something up to throw the other one off, why not? You might as well just throw that card.
I mean, absolutely. I feel like if you play the same comp twice, especially for an adaptable team like PRX, and it's not worked, then I think it's time to bring a change. I think that they're skilled enough to be able to do that.
You know they're watching you. Yeah. You know they're reading every single move. They've studied you.
Exactly.
Right?
So, I mean, it's do you go back to that Brimstone? Because I quite liked it on the map. I feel like it gives you so much punch, especially around B. So I would love to see them lean back into that, but I'm just not sure.
I'm feeling pretty safe for DRX, honestly. Like I felt like even in the wins, PRX hasn't looked super convincing on this map. For me, DRX, I feel like Hyunmin had one of his worst games.
Binks, but now you can.
In the Pacific, and they still won on this map, and I think they've got a lot more legs in them. So I think DRX is feeling very confident they can take this series, and for that reason, especially watching the last two games, the win and the loss for PRX, I'm expecting them to make some kind of a change here, and that's got to work for them. Or they're probably going to lose this series.
Yeah, I feel like PRX just have so much more unforced mistakes. You know, it's like it's their own undoing. Wherein like each round when they lose it, like it's probably somebody's just not peeking that corner or somebody's just not looking here. But as for DRX, I feel like they just have those kinds of things covered a lot more. So it's just tiny mistakes for PRX, but PRX, you just have to build into this energy of this team, and hey, you guys are right.
I mean, just briefly, DRX, not really too many changes. Their attacking side was great against Full Sense, so we got to see a little bit more depth on this defense. If Hyunmin can get going, gets the op in his hands, or maybe even Hermes to make a few more plays than on the KO Viper, this could go well for them.
Yeah, PRX are making a change. We're seeing a move away from Astra to this Omen, but more importantly, it's the personnel change. Jing is the one on the Omen. The Joman is back. Something is on the Jet, and that's the guy you want on this agent if you
भाई मजाक से हटकर पूरे VCT 5 रीजन मिला के ऐसा कोई फ्लेक्स प्लेयर देखा है क्या बे 4 सेकंड जैसा? हाँ, कैसे पॉसिबल है बे? कैसे कोई भी एजेंट उसको बोलो खेलेगा? कैसे पॉसिबल? और ऐसा भी नहीं कि नॉर्मल. अच्छा, कैसे बे? एक बंदा नहीं है ऐसा पूरे VCT में. मजीनो भाई कोई क्लोजिनो भी नहीं है इसके सामने भाई जितना एजेंट से खेलता है.
DRX, Komodo, what do you got?
Following along with what Pilsky said, I think it does give PRX more options, but how much depth are they going to have if they lose this year? Because then they have to reset the stage 1 where we might see changes come in across the board.
PRX
now, PRX on these changes, playing the Vitality comp right now, we'll see how they're going to fare with it, because this is also for Kickoff, Forsaken's first duelist and Jing's first non-duelist. So we're really changing it up technically and stylistically for individuals that Big Time was saying coming in towards this one. What we're not changing though is pace. PRX straight with the runners on in towards this A site.
As always, DRX bringing that stability as well, so nothing too much change on their side. Even positionally, Mako off to the back of Orange, unfortunately. Shot down by Forsaken, but here comes Hyunmin. Sheriff right on through, alongside Hermes, and instantly
crazy.
Now pistol over towards DRX as well, so it's going to be 3-2 in their favor.
मतलब मजा आ गया भाई. क्या
with this one as well, right? Last map for those that might have missed it. In the very beginning, a 4-0 start for DRX on both sides. Both bonuses going their way, leading into some stellar opportunities for them to close that map, 13-8. So getting the pistol in this one is going to be bringing bold confidence for them. Hyunmin already as well, hitting them shots, getting up the Marshall. See what he's going to be able to capitalize upon, as he is at the right location for some good old frags.
Spamming those shots all the way through, but look towards middle.
Something in mid.
Unfortunately, taken down by Hermes.
एक पड़ी.
Just the pistols. And how much stock do we put in them for PRX, right? What are they going to be able to do?
वो टिपी उधर डालना था. I think वो ऐसा जाके कड्डे से बेस जाने वाला कुछ टिपी था.
Well, right, technically. Close to it, there were some rounds where they did have half buys, but right now, though, doesn't look like this is going to amount to much.
You wouldn't expect so, unless there's some timing that Forsaken can find, as he is by his lonesome self over at the A site. I see the Yoro and I think to myself it's something, but it's not. It's how long it's been since we've seen him on a tool list.
It's Forsaken. But still, you managed to go up middle. Trying to re-peek back in. Hyunmin's still there.
Yeah,
not
the player you want to be waltzing in towards the crosshairs of, for sure, right now. And he's just farming up a storm. Looking for the 4K that Hermes may very well steal after putting him out, which will be the case. The double duelists of DRX off to the races, and now we'll start to see a PRX to have what it takes on this attacking side of Breeze, a map that you feel like that they've been, I'll call it, hit and miss on. It's not looked massively confident for PRX. I kind of agree with what Big Time was saying. If they wanted to do a slight change, bringing the Brimstone back as opposed to Astra, we'll see the depth of this series, what this current agent composition looks differently in. But the loss against T1, the loss against GE, they were not good looking pass that we're seeing from PRX on the attack. The second one a bit better, but still not good.
Nice. Mar gaya?
Certainly not. Still though, now that they've got the guns, they're just kicking down the doors into the A site.
Mid door में बहुत लोग हैं.
Not to mention the fact that now they're close to their ults. Hyunmin at the very least. PRX still trying to work around possible smokes. Devi has to bring the screen back up. Trying to get the spike down.
You're just playing from a deficit right now for PRX. A 4 versus 2 where you've got guns aplenty for DRX as well. You can get Bane on a line. He should be good for something. It's Hyunmin though.
Oh, he's got it too. Sidestep. Brings out the blades. Might not even be necessary. Jing just trying to smoke himself out of a hairy situation. But look at Hyunmin dancing around. He's on to the third. And then you've got stars to support. Devi slips back into the smoke to take down his opponent, but still has 2 more targets to go. Can he really hang on to his life for the spike? Not quite. Bane picks up the bonus for DRX.
That's another bonus for them as well. That is so far 3 pistols in a row, 3 bonuses in a row. How much further are they going to get away with here before we require Alex and Wenla to have a chat with the guys? Those were not butter knives in that round from Hyunmin whatsoever. Those were sharp steak knives, and he's just delivered it straight through your chest. That is A very hurtful round for PRX.
भाई लेकिन मेरे को एक बात बताओ, wall down का call आया था क्या?
Well, they're throwing it for sure right now.
You're absolutely right. I mean, PRX has had a week to work on this, or at least to prep for what the map feeder could have been.
Well, it was DRX having the choice to go to split or breeze, and you can definitely understand why they chose to go to breeze with what slop we've seen from PRX in the past couple of series. So we are really requiring more from the SEA side in this installment. And for this current pistol round of theirs with the Sheriffs, Jing's going to get an upgrade, removing Hermes.
Too bad for now. It does put DRX into a bit of a stalled state.
Not budging too much around the map for DRX either. There is a gap up through mid that you could technically see Forsaken try to find, but you don't feel too confident in going by yourself in that sort of situation. You're going to try and barrel roll your way in towards this B site, perhaps as Hyunmin finds Forsaken. And there's some good timing on the back of this util mark for PRX as well. They are just going to try and get in towards this site. Throw caution in the wind.
Especially with the paranoia sent through. But look at Hyunmin, nearsighted, he still finds the shot. And then turns back around as well with more support around the site. PRX completely fell by Hyunmin.
See his teammate in free pick up 1,000 kills in VCT Pacific as well. For me, the layering was not as good as an onion in that one for PRX as well. Everyone into that B site there didn't really do it together. It was one after another with the TP from Jing going up, with Dash coming in from something as well. There was paranoia, but it was all very split and individual from the squad essentially to get on in. There was dancing around the site delivered nicely from DRX.
Oh shit, एक timeout already
गया.
Fring बोल दे.
Towards that site, and now we are going to see what they have with the big old weapons. And the boomstick.
Timeout करके सुना ही दिया था मैं बह रहा हूँ.
You blindly push boys. I smoke for you.
There's smoke one way.
Nice. Go. Come me boys, I'm gonna join. You don't need to wait for the double door.
Communicating on for it, but still not quite aware that Hyunmin could be online with an operator. They go breaking into cave, and it's Envy who takes down the kill against Mako.
Well, 5 versus 3. You cannot falter in this one, PRX. You've got your advantages, though. Rotation's already here for DRX of 2. The operator, an orange, and a peek out from Bane, shut down.
Still the angle being held. Shots flying by, positions now revealed. PRX getting the spike down. They're in full control.
W? मैं किसके side पे हूँ?
Heard how they were calling for the smokes. Pushes into A side off the initial kills, but now it's a question of whether or not DRX can actually hold on to their guns.
Yeah, there's a bit of a hunt starting to come down for PRX as well. It's not too favoured to remove these guns, to be honest with you, because they've got cash for days, so you want a bit of a premium on holding your own weapons. That's They'll get on the board. They'll hold with 5 alive as well.
Language
to go through B early and remove Hermes. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some adjustments for DRX in amongst mid for the next rounds.
Economic
potentially to get that operator onto a power line as well and try and find some good advantages for Hyunmin perhaps.
Very important question. क्या आपने lunch किया नहीं इसके बाद?
Still have valuable tools.
I mean, the guy's on 12 kills already. He's certainly come to the races on this third map here. A slow, steady start across the first 2 maps. If he continues on this trajectory, on for a mass casualty
4 second ult है. 4 second ult मतलब free sight या फिर combo. या फिर combo. कि यहाँ से dash, वहाँ से वो TP, यहाँ से ये आ गया.
Yeah, but this is the adjustment.
कौन है predict बाबा PRX घर पे जा रहा है यार.
You got a little bit of a buddy system as well. You're not seeing anybody come up the elbow too hard just yet for PRX on the initial engagements as well. It's a bit of a stalemate. So we are definitely right now in the position trying to wait and see what PRX's calling is going to look to be. If they can prod and poke over towards this B site, or if they want to go on the back of the dimensional drift starting to come on in. It brings out the TP from Hermes to get over here. And the doubling down with the Hunter's Fury as well, freeing Dead Rights.
Nice.
Yeah, completely caught. Still though, Hermes around backside, goes for the flash, but it's something quick to respond. As soon as the doors get broken down, it's 2 players from DRX left alive.
And that's just an immediate save call as well. Marco, yet to really see some fights in this map at the moment when we think to what we saw last time for DRX on this map of Breeze as well against Full Sense. Marco was the one kind of manhandling Full Sense with all of the kills in that one. Hyunmin and Hermes with the former being pretty much absent. Want to see a bit of a turnaround a little bit in the next couple of rounds. Operator to the wayside, away with you. Might even be another 5 alive scenario for PRX here too.
अभी थोड़ा फटका पड़ा. Next round अगर जीत गया ना PRX, I think comebackable है.
Yep. 1 foot in front of the other.
Something
Marco going to be holding on to
blind reveal में मारा, सिर्फ blind में मारा शायद, reveal में नहीं. I think सिर्फ blind में मारा उसने.
Claps in the arena here.
Like right next to us.
ये shot बाप था.
I just saw him just before the flash came into play.
There's always the thing about, you know, the way that PRX plays. You keep their speed, sometimes it works out, sometimes DRX catches on to it. Up to this round though, Hyunmin, sights trained towards middle, it's Mako, possibly feeling the heat.
Oh, you got to cancel that one. As Marco going to try and do what he can around the site, ask for some assistance from Hyunmin with this operator. Rest of PRX trying to find the gaps around it as Forsaken does do exactly that. Doubling down. It's going woeful for DRX off the get-go. And it just feels like they're locked down again from this site.
Also a very readable spot. Hyunmin backed in towards orange. He wants to get away from it. It might be another save call already.
Yeah, you are just not getting back in towards this one in a 3 versus 5 when you've got PRX just completely overwhelming the sites. You would have had to see a world in which Marco or Bane found a kill before an untimely death.
Of all the lines to take Forsaken, right between the pyramids.
Yeah. Certainly finding the right position to put the pain on DRX, because this is now going to translate into a 3 in a row. Start to wonder, is this the moment on this attacking half that PRX have found the way that they need to navigate things by themselves without needing Alex's intervention just yet, right? Because this is map 3. This is an elimination game. Your timeouts from Termi, from Alex in this map need to be probably the most important that we've seen so far. Spring also loses his life at the tail end of that one as well. It's going to be a rebuy for DRX into the next round, and a paused timer as well that you would assume is from DRX. Even though they're in the lead, they need a chat. They've lost in a row. They've lost their momentum.
We'll see what the changes could very well be, because PRX has been just absolutely tearing through sites.
You know, if this was like
और भाई क्या खेल रहा है PRX, मतलब देख रहे हैं क्या chat?
A little bit, you get the Odin, you start spamming over at A, you try to lock out your opponents from that, for example, or you're trying to do a bit of a mid crunch as well. And not seen that too much from DRX. We also haven't seen too much on a requirement for them on the defenses when Marco was really putting in the goods.
Right now, already Acetal में है.
Definitely waiting on that. How are we lifting Marco as an individual on this one? How are we playing around his Viper util? It's just been disrespected time at a time.
Might not see it soon though. As you mentioned, this current round, it's a rebuy, light shields, regen shields, nothing much to do else for Mako.
We've got a lot of buys for PRX to come in fashion, which is going to be good for them to start to gain more rounds in a row, time and time again. How far can they run?
Personal shoot है उसका.
Same screen as well coming through, but now
oh, iPhone shoot. मेरे को बोला ही नहीं तूने.
Swap things around a little bit. You do have Hermes into A this time.
Yeah, Bane gonna be the one to go around mid with no exit strategy either. So he really would need to plant his feet if he wants to stay there.
Right or where PRX chooses the right spot.
Generally over to this B side as well, you're seeing the TP to an elevated ladder spot and you're seeing the dash on in. It's not going to happen this time with the dashes, but no TP. Bane puts himself in the right spot against That's an awkward one for him, and freeing as well. The shots go by the wayside. It starts to become a bit of an issue for DRX.
Ek aur save.
A again feeling quite overwhelmed. Despite the shot from Hyunmin in response, he still has to back off, save it again.
You're just locked out of this one, aren't you, Heya? Ill timing for Bane as well, caught in the drone when the execute comes through from PRX. It's a 2 versus 4, where you lose your smokes as well, right? Yes, you do have your toxic, your poison orb rather, at the front choke of the B side, but you can't even really use that for Marco because it's such an open site. And you're just at a disadvantageous position with the numbers that you have here. You have to go for the save. And now it really is a position for DRX that they are running away with their tail between their legs.
So you would think the upcoming round, they can't really afford too much either.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, PRX round to round, the anticipation is phenomenal.
Yes, to go back to Vandal fights.
At least with Hyunmin and Marco, they will hold on to the weapons for the next round. What are the adaptations going to start to look like on this defensive side at the moment? You've got that drift for Hermes. Are you using it off the rip to try and get away, get an advantage with a freebie to start things off? Or are you holding on to it for the proper big buy rounds later on? Seeing what you can get in your hands for this current round, which is going to be the force up. Some shields and a Guardian for Bane, one away from the Hunter's Fury. If you get that's good. If Hyunmin gets the blades online, juggle some things as well, perhaps. But this is a very, very crucial round for DRX for their defenses. Bring a bit of stability into their pockets.
Oh. Hermes, Mako, possibly Hyunmin as well from top bridge.
I like the shot onto that point as well from Orange.
Would scare PRX potentially, but look at how they just continue to barrel through.
And they still clear all of these angles too.
Bane at least being able to trade right back, but now the site in control for PRX. Continuing to pepper flashes though, and the Hunter's Fury. DRX trying to put some pressure against PRX, and it works a treat. Hyunmin finds the angles necessary, and Freeing now shows up from the back of middle. It's just Envy left. And he's trying to tap his way through. Finds the first shot. Goes for a slight tap on the spike as well, but off to the 90-degree angle. Slightly revealed. He continues to jiggle back and forth around. Plays around his opponent's Cloud Burst. Takes down Bane. And slowly continuing to isolate further angles.
Got the dart. Gonna be destroyed.
Hyunmin revealed. But there's one more. He's not entirely sure where he could spring out from. He's trying to bait them out into the open.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck हुआ कुछ तो?
Envy starting to budge. He walks out into the open, takes down Hyunmin, looks for the angle, but Freeing denies DRX back in the lead.
I knew where Freeing was in that moment in time because it was Freeing the one, I believe, to destroy that dart. The question was, where was Hyunmin? He manages to find that one in an attempt of what? The 1 versus 4. Very cheeky to get the kill onto the operator as well in Bane's hands in that juggle affair. It's a round that was desperately needed for DRX. Not one found with an iron fist, however. Very loose handshake affair between the teammates on DRX's side in a 4 versus 1 advantage position. Now you got to try and crack that egg again, don't you? PRX, another buy here. Very pacey again in towards this A site that Hermes is going to try and shut down with Hyunmin.
Pathing this time. Somewhat red. Off the different angles and also dimensional drift into cave.
Yeah, he's going to exit the ult as well. He does technically have a 1 versus 1, but he doesn't know that Devi is still playing in towards the back lanes. Just behind him, Devi is going to take the Outlaw shot and get rid of him. So it's advantage no longer for DRX for numbers.
Hunter's Fury then comes out, but look at Mako, ready as ever. Takes down another player, but then Jing into the corner, tries to track on the Hyunmin, but dancing all across midair. Makes it a tough target. A second kill, not a third. Towards the a kill unfortunate, but at least Bane came up from behind. DRX
Yo, that could have been so awkward and so problematic for DRX. Freeing gets caught trying to place a star. He's lucky enough that Bane doesn't miss the shot in that moment in time, because imagine a world where the timing gets the better of you there and you lose the round. That would have felt so bad deep in your stomach. Hyunmin does what he does best with the blades as well. A good trade from Bane. Oh, but my oh my.
Timeout.
These rounds are starting to get very weird, very strange. Timeout invested for PRX. as they try to chase an equal scoreline at the half.
भाई half तो जीत गया अभी. Half तो जीत गया DRX.
Out a lot.
अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकता. Half तो जीत गया.
Their composition on the defense.
Have to wait and see. Pistol rounds got a little bit sore for them, so you know regardless of halftime scoreline, it's going to be the pistol needed. But there's still 2 more rifle rounds to play in this half right now. And Hyunmin, well, doesn't have access to the play, so you can assume that he's still going to have that operator in hand unless, you know, Hermes wants to be one with the Yoru to hold that and change the approach for DRX on the defense. That's not going to be the case here.
Like कर दो मेरी जान के
टटो for a potential early
उधर
B
देखना
investment,
क्या मार रहा है बे.
which is going to be a different look to DRX. We've not seen
17 बे
just yet,
कोई
so
आसपास भी नहीं है क्योंकि आसपास है मैं भी यार
some
में.
timing found from him pushing up through the elbow, so it's a very informational charge play for DRX.
कौन टिपी मारा कहाँ टिपी मारा
He's
किसको
going
पता
to get
ही
away with that one, but not with his life. Passes the first problem of that op. Loses to her.
अरे बे DRX.
Lost one of those smokes. I mean, you even spent the shrouded step to actually get across, but still not expecting a secondary layer. Now PRX still trying to find any lead in this round.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that the barrier drop call for them isn't to try and play on the back of Forsaken using the dimensional drift to facilitate the team to get on in and go for a bit of a pit play. It is going to be a potential latter scenario style for them right now as they sell a bit of a ruse over towards this A site with the smokes and the Yoro with the drone come out from Invi as he gets inserted into the A site a little bit later on, and Freeing could upset things over at this site here on B.
Done pretty good at dodging the flashes for now. DRX has arrived on the site.
Oh shit.
Bank a lot onto the pit, and that's where Envy finally managed to show up. Mako gets taken down, but inside of the pit, spike plant denied. It's Hermes pushed all the way through. Something tries to hang back, but that's where he gets caught. And now it's Forsaken still circling around the pillar alongside Envy to try to hold on to the round. Jumps up onto the ledge, gets spotted by the head. Down to the 1v2. Envy looks for a shock dart kill, but it's not going through just yet. Still needs to get the spike down because he's only got 10 seconds left.
10 seconds
all
left.
Around the pillar. He tries to hunt. He takes down one. It makes it a little bit more possible. Still though, spotted up by the top of the boxes. It's DRX continuing to extend this lead.
Last round in the
That makes things very difficult around that B side as well when you lose Jing first and foremost, but then when the team starts to go on in, Envy. A checkbox for him, he finds Marco off yonder at the A site. That plan worked, but the rest of the plans around this B site did not. Hermes finds Devi in the pit, and that was kind of a lot of the be-all and end-all scenario for PRX. That pit was the play to get the plant, survive in, win the round. And it just becomes very awkward at the end there to try and get things back. The battles around the back of the side as well just looked extremely awkward. It looked like DRX was playing with their food, to be honest with you. As we're moving to the last round of the half right now, it is all 5 towards this B site for PRX.
10-5.
Where you could still think there's still a chance that this goes 8-4. Freeing into the corner around the smokes. Hermes taking down Forsaken as he TPs across.
Yep.
It's 3 players left surviving already for PRX.
And that TP position for Forsaken is so ambitious because it's the normal place that Yorus send TPs here, but you're generally backing that up with an Astra ultimate and a little bit of a pocket. They're not playing the Astra anymore, so it's a very risky TP into the open without the team to help you there. A missed op shot comes on through, but it's still a 2 versus 5 that PRX have to really try and dig deep to find.
Last round of the half anyway, you might as well go for it. A wild step in from Jing. Retrieves the spike and wants to set the smoke down to try to get a plant through. He actually tries to bait them out, but once again, DRX exercising discipline. Not to mention, look at the minimap.
I mean, if he finds 1 kill, he could technically ult over towards the A side of the map. But they're just not giving it to him. There's the recognition from DRX. They know that that's available. They know that's an avenue that they drop this round. So let him go for the plan. Let him try to work a 1 versus 3. Because remember, you do not win a 1 versus 3. You lose a 3 versus 1. And that is not going to happen here for DRX. They will win that convincingly at the end. And that is going to be an 8-4 half that they will come away with.
I love that saying. DRX
उसको
never
अंदर बस
loses.
छोड़
You
दिया।
hardly see them lose these.
बाकी लोग किधर है?
You got to see a bit of Omen unfamiliarity in that moment for Jing as well when he swings out from the pillar and immediately brings out the dark cover. Feels like the mindset there is either dashing on the jet that you used to do or it's pulling out the curveball that you did on the Phoenix previously. It's just falling into a state of comfort because you play 2 maps as the Phoenix, you're going for a pick like that, you're thinking, I'll flash around the corner, oh, I'm playing Omen smokes. Wrong click, misclick. Oh no.
Let's go.
Regardless, 4 to 4 to 4.
Halftime.
That's the way that these rounds have been gathered so far, and now we switch things up. A pistol desperately needed for PRX as they move on to the defensive side of this map. This half, folks, will determine who goes home and who will not have a chance to try and get into Masters Santiago. This is the elimination part of the bracket. This is the lower part of the triple elite. Yeah, you got another game after this as well. The loser of T1 and DFM awaits the victor of this.
Huh?
Do have at least a day
अब भी
break
थोड़ी
to
है.
kind of regroup yourself, but right now at least fighting for your life. Alex really feeling the pressure. PRX at least right now 2 out of 5 pistols so far for the day.
कल है.
As it all comes down to how this second half begins.
अब क्या है? अब नहीं है, कल है.
And what reads do you have on the tape as well, right? We've not seen too much here from DRX, right?
Bye PRX,
game against Full Sense.
One game.
How much do you play in from that?
7,000 kilometers
on the flip
for
side as well,
PRX.
a little bit more from PRX, right? 3 showings of it, tendencies to be seen for DRX. This pistol round right now, PRX going to the B side of the map.
ना मान रही?
They're actually pushing out alongside their screen.
They could find freeing, don't get me wrong. But then what?
Find them.
वो लोग ready है.
Information found and it's already DRX to swing off contact. At least something.
Shot,
babe. As well shows up around middle. DRX suddenly alert.
Yeah, that was a much needed kill from him, but does he overplay his hand? Right, it's a 3 versus 2 right now. You need to play to the high percentages as PRX. You've got the numbers. You'll play together, holding each other's hand, going in for a re-clear of A main at the moment. But by the timing, Marco and Hermes can sneak into this A side as well. Potentially get a bit of a backstab on something if they wanted.
घूम के आ गया बे एमन पुश कर रहे
हैं
क्या खेलते हैं बे ये टीम
They will manage to dodge PRX's location. Or will they? Marco holding around mid, waiting for the poisons. They'll come on up.
He's got 40 seconds.
Yep. They're doing their due diligence to try and clear any cheeky position the PRX could play in, but by taking this merry stride, they are going to walk into a firing squad.
Might not look at the angle though. Turns around, Hermes finds a shot, but Envy as well. A lot of support on the PRX side, because it's also Jing with the Ghost. It's Mako, 11 HP now. Sticks the spike, just for some extra credits. Whether or not he can survive is a whole other thing. He at least takes 1 more down with him. But otherwise, PRX with the pistol.
Yeah, very desperately needed.
By desperately, matlab ekdam.
Very missing on this map at the moment.
Small word
is down there as well technically, but
good
on DRX's defensive side.
Super
now it's
desperate.
time for everyone to try and step up to try and close this map, to try and get that victory. PRX as well, needing to also hit the shots, needing to make some very smart defensive decisions where we think quite questionable over on Corrode from map number 2 in this series.
Let's go, Jingy.
Some upgrades of the pistols for DRX here. Some bandit plays for the duelists.
Sheriffs, Marshals, Guardians for inside of PRX.
Oh, Devi has a stinger and he could get technically overwhelmed at the moment. It depends on the pathing of DRX. He's trying to hold the way that he can. The pistols, they're looking pretty good for DRX. Don't get me wrong, there's some kills here.
For DRX, that's right. They've picked up the stinger. Taking some damage from perhaps the Viper utility somewhat.
Oh, this is going to be down to timing as well for Envy, isn't it?
Oh, they're still just got around. Yeah, Envy can hear all of this, but as he swaps through, it's Mako getting the drop.
Oh, the timing on the drone as well is going to be ill-advised, and Jing will capitalize on that one.
Let's go,
Jing! Second round here, Quack, for
not even
PRX.
close, not even close, not even
does
close.
Get close in
Not even
numbers.
close.
2 survive for the defensive side.
Slight investment
कुछ भी
from PRX as
करके
well.
bonus जीतनी है.
And they're going to try their hand at seeing what they can do in this round as well, because you almost feel like you need the bonus, but you certainly would love to be able to find it.
कि bonus जीत जाए.
Especially when you're down 8-4, yeah. Might not be able to find it now.
Oh, oh,
You got Guardians, you got Phantoms.
oh,
One Phantom.
Cute.
Forsaken onto a Sheriff. They're looking to peek outside of B again. Jinx setting up for the flash. DRX hanging back. They've gotten all the information they need. Jinx sends it. PRX trying to get a go, but not quite finding too much. It's Envy.
How's he found that? He had a dart earlier on.
Bro.
Just absolutely wallbanged him.
क्या हो गया इनवी को भाई?
Take a throwback to
Fuck tag होता तो ना ult मार.
that location. Peaked all the
किसी के
time.
contact में ult मारो यार.
From GE expected it and one tapped him to oblivion.
Chat possible है chat.
It's a great opener on a Hyunmin though. Not going to do the heavy lifting for DRX at times
Jiggle
as well.
jiggle आगे
Now
नहीं
you
आगे
can
नहीं
play a little bit
आगे
further
नहीं.
back.
Jiggle jiggle.
You've lost the space of mid. Envy still looking after things with a Hunter's Fury in store if required, but now getting a little bit overzealous and ambitious, but it's rewarded.
Okay.
Crispy.
Really slows things down for the side of DRX. Not to mention this judge on the other side of the door.
It's uncharacteristic for PRX though, isn't it, mate? They are playing
But
super
ek
slow,
aur,
and maybe
but
they needed to at the moment as something just roars for 2, and Marco will be spotted in just a mere moment.
30
Okay.
seconds left.
Still spots up the head by the,
हल्का सा
end of the
haircut मिल
flash
गया
at
उसको.
least. Back into cave.
Chat we are
Shot,
back.
But she swings out wide. Envy with the
क्या
Guardian still.
मार
Those are all
taps.
singular taps.
If there was ever a time for Envy to feel integrated in towards this roster right now, and you needed to have a bit of a proving moment, this was the time to do it, mate. He's just got to
ऐसा भी लगता
That's
है
crazy.
shot.
Bonus picked up.
Bonus picked up indeed, some upgrades of weapons as well. Envy is certainly stepping up
I'm
here
sorry,
on the Sova for
obviously.
this map. But it's got to be full focus
क्या
for
मारा
PRX
बे?
to continue, doesn't it? They're knocking
गए.
on the door of
लग
DRX
गए
now.
लग गए. We are back. We are
I
back
said
chat.
about that bonus,
8-8.
right?
उनके
Have a
पास
bit of
पैसे नहीं है.
investment,
8-8 और उसके बाद क्या आने वाला है तुम लोगों को पता है?
And they'll be licking their lips that they managed to find it.
Yep.
Can't say the same for
Yep.
DRX right
OP.
now, though.
और एक बार OP आ जाती है something के
Would have
पास.
to watch out for
Nothing
how
can
PRX
save
has
you from
themselves set up
something.
Currently, it's always Envy top middle.
Because that's
they've died
everything.
a
इतने ही
couple
things
times
आते हैं
to
मेरे
it.
को.
And then you just saw like that little set play with Ching sending out no
तो balls
flash
वो
down
भी है
towards
लेकिन
elbow,
op
B-side.
op something op. Yeah, let's go PRX.
Almost feels like it's back to the drawing board for DRX. After this timeout, though, we'll see.
Sorry for
That
doubting
needs to be a
Envy.
little
कोई नहीं
bit,
माफ किया
though,
माफ किया.
right? You're playing double duelist at the moment. You want to make sure that you're getting very oppressive, but you also
Thirsty
need to
time
make sure
language.
that you're getting set up nicely from the likes of banging on this over, that the timing for freeing on the Astra is going to look good for them. This is an uncharacteristic buy.
Okay.
This is going to be a window peak if you'd ever bloody seen one. And Devi, if you die, you should only laugh this off. Because if you don't, and you let this get the better of you.
Now I kind of want him to die.
5 Marshall track.
5 marshals.
ये हम लोग ने किया हुआ है.
Oh.
ये हम लोग ने किया
You
हुआ
hear
है.
1 and you think that there's
Yeah,
some
हम लोग ने
slight
किया हुआ है.
investment.
मैंने और 6 ने किया है ये chat.
You hear 2 and you start to wonder what is happening. You hear 3 and then you assume that they've bought up a bit. So we'll see what does happen in the adjustment sphere for PRX right now.
News track.
Forsaken tagged to 50. They're going to try and chip away at PRX's health little by little.
Basically,
Give
it's
them
like
some
5 drones.
1,000 cuts before death.
And आ रहे थे वो बात अलग है.
Pinging out towards tunnel at least. PRX.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
This is
Well.
where it could happen.
Oh my god.
Well,
Envy here to save the day a little bit. You got a little toxic screen set up as well. Devi hungry for more though. Up to the top of the ledge, he finds a couple. And then here comes Forsaken. Spinning back around. The Marshals won't do too much in this current round.
No, they get a kill on the back of Hermes.
लेकिन मजा आया, लेकिन मजा आया,
Good
मजा
shots
आया.
come out from
मजा
that
आया.
Marshall, but the other ones just
मजा
a
आया.
little bit of damage. A tied scoreline now, and by pattern,
Chat. मैं देख नहीं
4 for
सकता.
DRX next.
तुम लोगों को दिख रहा है? तुम लोगों को दिख रहा है?
Very possible.
Gotta see what they're gonna do though, of course.
तुम लोगों को दिख रहा है?
So far, it has looked lacking on this attack side for them. And when you look towards what they did against Full Sense, it was the attack side that was 8-4. They started with 5 in a row on
I love you too, मेरी जान के बेटे.
They smoke from me, Viper.
Hold on.
Johnny. Maybe double door, guys. Double door, split A, boy.
I'm with you. In jet already. Jet's inside, boys.
Well, PRX know that they're inside the A side at the moment, but are they going to be able to contain them, or do they have to go for a bit of a retake? Hermes gets out of the drift at the wrong time. Something dispatches a Marco as well. This is what we saw from PRX. Work great on Haven. The flood before the plant. And they're looking to really cut the knees off of DRX here again.
Freeing separated from Bane as well, not to mention.
Pop flash.
Bane wants to get the spike down, but he knows it's just not safe. PRX hiding inside the smoke, and as soon as the curtain falls, it's the end of the round. PRX takes the lead and steal it away from DRX.
And they are limping at the moment. They are looking so soft right now, DRX. We need to see something better come in from them. They're not giving the fights with advantage. They are feeling the pressure. They are feeling like nothing is working on this attacking side at the moment. And committed, they've had pistols, they've had the Marshall buy. This was your rifle round. This was the big round. Dimensional drift investment. You get in towards the site. But PRX recognize that and they take the fight early. Again, it's what we saw successful for them. It's what they didn't do on Corrode that I was waiting for. So it feels like in the interim, they figured out what they needed to do to get back in towards this one. But now DRX, we'll see if it's Groundhog Day in this A site again, as they do get in to try and get that plant.
With a half buy. Still though, PRX, same flood, same procedures. It's Forsaken this time.
दो बंदे रिटेक कर रहे, बेशरम टीम आया नहीं है.
Tucked into, I guess, the
अरे
left side of the
बेशरमो
site.
टीम आया नहीं है अभी
Got
तक.
Bane in with Hunter's Fury and some other utility as well, but this might not be the round to deploy.
No.
He sends out the shock darts. PRX trying to get onto the spike.
दो
They've
बंदे
got the
रिटेक चालू
smoke
कर दिए भाई.
surrounded. Recon's through. Hermes down. And that's just a fight. Doing his thing into cave. No survival for DRX.
Tenet.
Solid recognition coming through.
PRX have 10. DRX are winless on this attacking side of theirs.
Bro.
They have no timeouts. Everything is being able to be dictated. Damn, what a shot. By PRX in this half right now. This feels like it is now PRX's map to lose.
Alt
We
मारेगा
need
क्या
to
Viper?
see a very convincing decision and round come out from DRX right now. They have not been able to one-dimensionally get in towards the A side.
in a low,
They
जीते
have
वो
to
लोग
change
6
it.
in a
Is
low.
this going to be what they need? The operator back in possession for Hyunmin. Hunter's Fury for Bane, the pit for Marco still. They can't really contend with A, you'd assume. Whoa! That is a great starting decision from Something and from Forsaken. Flash and op play on the line, removing Hyunmin, who's been sitting on 19 kills, by the way, for so long now.
Pit in from Devi as well. Flushes DRX clearly into the B site. Jing has the smoke set up. You got 3 players already hovering across from PRX's side. Just watching, waiting through the smoke, getting a couple suppressive shots into it. No chance. Everyone from DRX who was hiding around that smoke got turned into Swiss cheese.
They're just peppering them down little by little. Call them PRX at the moment. Marco and freeing. Just absolutely gonna have to capitulate in this round. Forced to, as a matter of fact. And they might not even survive at all. 5 alive for PRX. Marco by himself.
ढूंढ के मारो भाई, अल्ट पॉइंट मिलेगा Forsaken को, सोवा को भी चलेगा, सोवा को लड़ने दे अभी.
Difficult to hold on to this gun because you just throw caution
मिल गया.
PRX or you throw a shock dart courtesy of Envy. Then there was 11 for
Biko
PRX.
है. Match point. Match point.
7 rounds in a row
We are
now
back.
for the Southeast Asians.
भाई इनमें को कुछ तो हो गया.
A case in point of a snowball affair.
खाएगा कुछ बड़ा होता है.
DRX has not
क्या
yet
खाएगी
found
बता
an
क्या
answer.
खाएगी.
Yep, and we thought that the Zeta
time
game
pass
for
वाला
DRX
fast
was
वाला
one of the
मारा
best
था,
highlights of a
तो
snowball in this game of Valorant that we know right now in current
मैगडी से
meta.
कुछ टाइम पास मंगा दे.
This kind of feels worse.
Oh my goodness.
Or a better case, rather. DRX The blades are out, and the drone first, but not spotting something. Do they suspect he's on the line? He's dashed the wrong way! How is he still alive? He's not! Okay, cut down to size. An advantage finally for DRX. This is probably the best chance they actually have, because no one is on this A site anymore for PRX.
I didn't think to it. Why would DRX suddenly explode off into the A site? But
you have to pit. You have to pit right now. You need all that you can to try and win this round. Bane playing the distance game with the Hunter's Fury.
Into the pit as well. And you're right, Hunter's Fury is online. Setting up, waiting for it, as PRX tries to surround and get themselves into this territory that's been set up by Mako.
Problem ये है कि सुबह ultimate में लोग fight लेके कैसे वो लोग
Hyunmin with the Blade Storm eliminates yet another, but there goes Jing, trying to work with what he can actually find. Still though, the hugest obstacle of this site, of this round, it's just completely blocking PRX's path to success. Mako gets himself onto the board, and it's a thrifty for DRX.
Imagine if there was ever a time to step up though, right? It's before your opponents get to map point, series point in an elimination position, and you come online with that pit, with the way in. The blade's working for Hyunmin as well. Gets off 19, gets the kills. That was desperately needed for DRX.
Hold up. PRX bring out double up.
Yep. It could actually play with their economy if they're not too careful, but Envy's fine, Devi's fine. See what they look to do. One through mid, one through elbow. With a bailout strategy for Forsaken 2, don't forget. And if you can block their lines of sight, makes the ops a little bit more risky to go for any ambitious peekings like this. Something. Trying to do his best face clan impression, perhaps. But we all know how that went recently. Forsaken, though, on to freeing. We'll find first pick.
Will be the second optionally made known. Jing tucked around the back of the pyramids on a site. He actually circles around, trying to get ahead of the wave. It's Hyunmin, managed to spot him out. In with the shot at close range. Devi, though, out from the back of Orange, works with the information, retrieved by his teammate, and finds three. Hermes answers back. Pops off the flash, looks for a bit more, but gets shut down by his Yoru counterpart at the very end. It's PRX now at the cusp of closing out the series.
Those were some delicious kills to come in from Devi there for that 3K as well. Just catching DRX through the choke of the A site. 3 series points now for PRX to not get eliminated, and for DRX it has got to be a damaging feeling right now that nothing has gone your way on this attacking side. Mate, the only round that you found so far was the thrifty with the pit.
And the Blades. We're our past kickoff champions.
Yeah, 2025 kickoff champions. Representatives at internationals aplenty.
Clone out. Forsaken just reads all of it. Sends a shot right through. A second! And off goes Mako as well, trying to play around the screen. Still has to watch out though, because opponents all around. As PRX gets themselves back into line. Something gets sussed out.
Yep, you'll take that kill any day of the week. A 3 versus 3, you need to start to look for the plant to go down. As Bane has Hunter's Fury as well, you've still got freeing. What stars do you maybe still have available as well for that grab well? As Mako finds the 3K in the round, freeing finds Envy. This is looking better for DRX to hold on to D-Line.
Bring it to a 10. Devi, though, still in the game, but gets spotted out by the barrel, freeing's position. Untenable. There goes DRX, not backing down.
Remember, there's timeout available for PRX as well, but you give an opportunity
based on your new opinion,
to have a chat.
Who do you like more, Zekken or Mada?
My friends, the timer is paused.
Aspas or Darke, something or Jagamo, Forsaken or
I feel like this is not the friendly pause.
Roles alag hai, but you need to answer one from each. You can be biased. It's just a cue.
And a single mistake
you like more. I like Aspas.
A single mistake and we might go into OT.
I like
nuts. Okay, there's chatter. This is a friendly pause. We're all good?
Yep.
I'm saying that it's not a tech pause. That's why we're friendly. But there's an opportunity now that you feel like was desperately needed for the side of DRX to have another chat to try and navigate a way to get these next 2 rounds to push us into overtime. This team that is notorious for a 5th, 6th finish position, if they're not getting to the international stages, DRX will not see themselves go out in 6th right now in this triple human bracket. They want another chance at the international stage.
Binks is Jinx for a reason, language.
My people.
I was just waiting for you to send that.
Mada chance winner है, congratulations, congratulations. लेकिन उसने ना clear cut बोला who do you like करके. मतलब मेरे को जो पसंद है ना, but वे उसने वो पूछा. अभी मेरे को जो पसंद है, वो मैं बोल सकता हूँ ना, हाँ? नहीं वो मैं बोल सकता हूँ ना मेरे को कौन पसंद है.
At the end of this series, at the end of this map.
And this is such a big round for DRX actually as well, because look at the economy of PRX. They could be in a weakened state of affairs in the next round. They'll have some guns, don't get me wrong.
Sorry. I like
not the whole kit and caboodle. But this is a big
by Invi के पास ult है, Ben के पास 4 साल से ult है. 4 साल से Ben के पास ult है.
A drift on in for
At this point वो भूल भी गया उसके पास
everything out. Needs to come with an advantage here.
You would assume, because
by the timing that is slipped in for Divide, he finds Hyunmin.
He got ahead of the drift, and then the Hunter's Rear gets pulled out as well. Invi fires back his Bane. Unfortunately gets silenced. Still though, into sight, Marco's managed to take down his opponent. Now, they set themselves up.
Bang on for the plant as well. Jing to reposition to the back of A lobby. No one can hear this one. How long does Marco stay around? Jing spotted him, but doesn't reveal himself too early. Plays the trigger discipline right now as Jing scales up, finds Marco.
And now you get set the paranoia into sight. Hermes has to back away from it. He's backed up by his teammate though, but they get split out by something. Jumping through with Forsaken onto the shorty. He still stays alive. His teammate falls, and there goes something with the operative punch through. It's diabolical from PRX to end it in this fashion, 13 to 10. They surround the site.
Not even
they
close.
splat
Not
the
even
down,
close.
and
Not
they
even
send
close.
DRX home.
And there's backwards and forwards affair in the RX Derby recently as well. Last time at Champs, it was DRX that got the better of PRX, but this time it is the train conductors who may be doing another little run in the lower bracket. We'll have to see if that will continue. I'm very glad that this series got all 3 maps, of course. I think we all are as well, but it's always a bit of a solemn affair when we have to send one team home. And for today, that is DRX. They will not be having their chance at an international once more.
Which is quite unfortunate to say.
ये लोग को lower bracket में क्यों खेल देगा बैक? खेलो ना upper bracket
from DRX. Hermes stepping up to bat, especially in the previous map.
And it's early stages as well, right? It's kickoff when you had to really rebuild this roster at a very late stage in the mix as well, with what we see with flashback happening for DRX stepping away. Who do we get? Hermes coming in, changing up the roles as well, right? From the initiator on the KO, I think it looks gorgeous. From getting into scorer as well, there's a learning process into this tier 1 atmosphere that I think really does look good for DRX. I think it's early, and they've got a lot that they can build upon as well. But from us folks, it's a bit of a shorty one here. We're going to send it down the stage for an interview with PRX.
कुछ तो बोला.
And it is PRX claiming their victory over DRX tonight. Congratulations to PRX and something.
कोई बात कर लो, something.
Shall we? Please join me over here. 네, 오늘 경기 승리를 거둔 PRX의 something 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
something 선수 기분 좋은 모습 또 봐서 좋은데 특히나 또 Z를 잡은 모습이 오랜만에 보지 않나 싶습니다. 먼저 그동안 something 선수의 Z가 많이 보고 싶었거든요. 좀 어떻게 느끼고 있는지부터 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Congratulations, something.
Thank you for congratulations me. It was a very tough game. लेकिन मेरे को मालूम है कि I need to go to boot camp for the shoot. So मेरे को अभी जाना पड़ेगा. But thank you for congratulations me. Yeah, take his care. It was a W victory. I had fun. And yeah, OP sexy खेला सब लोग ने. OP आदियो शेड में पा दियो. रात को स्ट्रीम नहीं आएगा क्योंकि मैं जा रहा हूँ शूट के लिए. और लेट नाइट चैट मेंबर्स बाय लव यू चैट लव
I find you a star, and we could be in love, lighting up the dark. But there's nothing I can do, I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle, like if somebody be so beautiful, yeah. It's only a dream, it's how I feel. You deserve better than